Welcome out, ladies and gentlemen, to this RGL Highlander Season 9 Grand Finals matchup between Don't Press Tab and Man Crush Monday. I'm Zagron, joined by Godfather by my side. We have Alto on deck for analysis, and Dolphin behind the camera as always. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing well, ready for this match. Alto, how about you?
Doing great. Good to be back in the booth following my successful expedition to third place main spy. So happy to hop back in here in the last week and see some quality invite gameplay.
Yep, and quality is what we will be having for you guys tonight. This grand finals matchup. Don't Press Tab are going for their undefeated season. They are one win away from securing that first place bag, the massive prize pool, the first place medal, and the legacy of being an undefeated invite team. Man Crush Monday, on the other hand, are coming from the lower bracket. Last week they did 2-0 Froggyland, so they earned their rematch against Don't Press Tab here. These two played in the upper bracket finals 2 weeks ago, so Man Crush Monday, they're going to have to bring something new, something exciting if they want to be able to get that bracket reset.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I think there's good reason to expect that too. I was talking with Rogue, the medic on MCM last week, and he was saying that last week's lower bracket finals against Froggyland, he felt like that was their first good match of the playoffs, where they managed to beat them in the first round in a very, very close game, and he felt like they were just kind of sleepwalking through. But come last week, he thought they showed up really strong, and he's got a lot of confidence coming into the finals here.
Yep, definitely. And we do have three maps for you guys tonight that we've not seen these two teams play yet this season. Last week we had Product and Vigil or 2 weeks ago, Product Vigil. Don't Press Tab taking that 2-0. We didn't even get to the third map. This time we got Cascade first, Swiftwater second, and Ashville as a potential tiebreaker. So uncharted territory for these teams and officials this season.
this is shaping up to be a pretty good match from what I can see. We've mentioned Cascade, Swift, and Asheville, but do we want to look at the rosters, how these teams have gotten here, and who's led them to this success?
Sure thing. I'll start us off with Don't Press Tab running down their roster. We're going to have Wish on Scout, Jae Hyunpei on Soldier, Johnny from Cali on Pyro, Joey Lemons on Demoman, Adam on Heavy, Carson on Engineer, Casper on Medic, Lenny on Sniper, and AGB on Spy.
And for the
Then
side of you got it. Go ahead.
all right, on the side of Man Crush Monday, Sandblast on Scout, Soapy on Soldier, Supreme Toad or Marty on Pyro, Exile on Demo, Eerie on Heavy, Aaron on Engineer, Rogue on Medic, Waterson on Sniper, and BM on Spy.
Some pretty good lineups here, especially seeing some familiar faces from top level sixes. Who are you guys seeing? I'll turn this over to Alto first. Who are you seeing as a standout player, as someone who can absolutely win this and be like an MVP of this match?
I think that just by reputation alone, Jay is always a player that he's the number one person you fear in a server at any given time. It feels like Lenny obviously going to be contesting that. But I think just the name recognition of Jay's exploits really kind of make him strike fear into you, as do a decent amount of players on Don't Press Tab. I mean, they have been undefeated for a reason, so I feel like any one of them really has the potential to make an impact. What I think might be better to look at is who on MCM can, who can flip the script, right? Because I didn't have the privilege of watching the upper bracket semis, I guess, where they played, but I know you guys most likely did. So, what was kind of the story in that match, and who do you think on MCM could, maybe step up and try to turn it around for them?
Well, I'll tell you what, if there's one storyline we can take from all of these teams' meetings throughout the season and moving forward here, like something that's going to be crucial for MCM to actually win, is Rogue needs to have a good match. Every time these two teams play, Rogue gets put on respawn timer after respawn timer by the combination of J and AGB. They just get on him so often, he gets killed. It feels like every exchange where they don't start with a massive advantage, they will just try to back out, lose their medic, and get put on a bad Uber cycle. And if MCM want to be able to take rounds and even maps and potentially send this thing to a bracket reset, they need to keep their medic alive. If they get on the bad Uber cycle, they're always behind in tempo, they're going to just bleed out to Don't Press Tab.
And welcome everybody who just got that in-game announcement from Valve. This is RGL Invite Highlander Season 9 Grand Finals. Gonna see the number 1 and number 2 teams go head-to-head here. We've heard a roster update from Dolphin. Apparently Hyphen is going to be coming in on Medic in place of Casper. What do you guys think of that?
They played Hyphen in the regular season too. They're experienced with both of these medics. I don't think it'll make that big of a difference. I think Casper was playing for mostly playoffs and Hyphen played most of the regular season, so I don't think it'll make that big of a difference, to be honest.
Yeah, when I look at the class compositions of these teams, unless Hyphen, forgot how to play medic over the past 3 weeks or so, I highly doubt it'll be that much of a difference. Where the way that these two teams play out, the difference is going to be somewhere other than don't press tabs medic.
Yeah, other classes we can look at to make a difference here. Well, let's zero in on Cascade for a second since it is our first map. This is a Koth map. We're playing first team to 4 wins, halftime after 2 rounds. And a map like Cascade, it's very important that your fragging classes are able to walk forward, make space, and get damage dealt so your team can forward hold on the point after a capture. With Cascade, if you don't have forward pressure after capping, you're going to end up getting pushed back and put on that bad Uber cycle. And if your medic does go down or doesn't have anyone to charge on, things can get really hard to get back into the tempo of the game. So for both teams, we're looking at Demo Man here to make big openings and damage. Joey Lemons versus Exile. Exile's coming in as a ringer for Man Crush Monday. I think their normal Demo Man is Dog. So definitely high profile demo men on both teams. Exile is no stranger to Highlander Grand Finals, so I think they're both going to be very, very powerful. Joey Lemons especially has shown up big this season on Don't Press Tab. We didn't really know what to expect of him when the season began, but he's very clearly developed into a top invite demo man. So the Joey Lemons versus Exile battle is where the front lines are going to be decided.
One of the things I do love about Cascade, though, is how, unlike some other maps like Product, where you're really looking for that the trinity of Highlander classes to carry you, that being Scout, Demo, and Sniper. On Cascade, I feel like the map really gives other classes a chance to shine. Especially Heavy, I think, has a major role on this map. With both the lower area underneath the point being a prime spot for like a really quick flank, to catch a team unaware, or even just having him drop down and Eagle Heavy out of the tunnel as a huge distraction of this 450 health behemoth just landing in the middle of your team and needs to be dealt with immediately and really kind of pushes the ball into the other team's court to respond well to your own plays. On top of that, the point geometry means that Pyros can kind of walk around a little bit and maybe fight things a little bit more than they could on other maps. And, engineers are going to be a huge job of controlling the flanks as well. So despite, these big demo men, I think that we really could see some hero plays from any of the 9 classes coming in.
Absolutely, for sure. Looks like we have a good number of people on the server. Real quick, before we continue talking through this pregame, I do want to plug some excellent, excellent merch that RGL has just released. Exclamation point merch in chat, because there are some great designs. We have t-shirts, we have hoodies, and we have some posters. All in these designs. I've already ordered a shirt or two, and I'm so excited for them to come. Check those out. They're on screen now. Just absolutely great stuff from the graphics team. So go and see if you can support RGL through grabbing some pretty epic merch.
Yeah, the shirts are all there. There's some really nice designs on there. I think my favorites are those two on the top left, the minimalist sunshine and the soldier outline with Spire on it. Just iconic imagery.
Yeah,
From
whenever there's gamer or internet culture merch that comes around, you always have to take a look at if you think the designs would actually work for wearing the shirt out. You want to wear something blatantly just over, like too much graphics, too much colors, too reference heavy, and I think that a lot of the minimalist designs are really nice. I like the sunshine and the soldier spire one as well a lot.
I
sometimes,
personally
yeah.
picked up the sunset RGL logo because I think that's just really clean and it's not overly TF2. Which sometimes you see TF2 merch and it's really in your face, but these are all just so clean, and I really like that RGL one specifically.
Yeah, it feels like you're kind of being like taken advantage of. Like, oh yeah, well, people will buy it anyway. We can make it really, you know, like obnoxiously bright and screams like, "Hey, I play Team Fortress 2. Ha ha ha! Come talk to me about it." Rather than, these are a little bit more subdued. And I think that's great.
Yep, so make sure to check out that merch. And as we say that, we have 18 players in the server waiting on one more person to just join up on teams. We are very close to getting into the thick of things here, these Highlander Grand Finals. We can do predictions real quick. I'm not sure if Dolphins had them running on the stream so far. Yeah, so we don't have predictions running right now, but we can do predictions for our caster desk here since we are the experts, of course. We know better than the chat, obviously.
All right, since I'm the most expert out of all of you, I'll go last
Okay.
and hear what you guys have to say first. And that's a joke if you weren't sure. But Alto, on analysis for us tonight, who do you have for this match?
Uh,
Or at least map 1. Let's go map by map. Map 1, who do you got, Cascade?
I really want to believe in MCM here that they're going to make this close, but just from Don't Press Tab's kind of body of work this season, I have to lean towards them. I think I'm going to call a 4-1 for Don't Press Tab here, but my heart's hoping for as many MCM rounds as it can get.
Yeah, I'm feeling the 4-1 as well for Don't Press Tab on this first map, at least, because we saw them play Cascade or Viaduct last week, and the Koth maps have not necessarily identical play patterns, but there's very similar skill sets that are awarded on them. I feel like Don't Press Tab have the DM, they have the coordination to stomp over Man Crush Monday's dreams when the rounds come to it. That said, Man Crush Monday do have players who are able to pop off. They've gotten rounds on product in both of their previous matches on the map this season. So if Man Crush Monday's players have their on night, like you mentioned, Rogue said, they feel like they're finally getting into the groove of things come playoff time. If they have those pop-off games and have the ability to play as a team and they keep Rogue alive, I think they could take more rounds here, but I think a safe starting bet is a 4-1.
You know, you guys are just clearly on the same wavelength as me, because I'm also going to guess 4-1 for Don't Press Tab here. There are just so many good players on that roster. You have Jay coming in, and I think one of you mentioned earlier that's probably the most threatening person to see in a server ever, no matter the format. So I'm looking for him to have a big impact, especially on Cascade. I'm thinking MCM might be able to get another round if Watterson pops off and Rogue stays alive, but those are two big ifs here, and for that reason, Don't Press Tab 4-1. Any last thoughts? It sounds like we will be getting ready in under a minute here.
Yeah, I don't cast all season. I come back, you make me predict first, then just steal my prediction? I shudder to think of the quality of the casts without me.
Well.
I believe we've been just fine. Go back to your main spy excursions.
No, wait. I'm thinking MCM might be able to make it a 4-2.
Okay.
Just if these players can do something. There's a little bit of something.
Yeah, sure.
There.
I believe you.
Okay. Anyway, as we get into this, again, check out that merch. Don't forget to sub here on Twitch. We had a couple of subs earlier. Those directly support us as casters, so we appreciate that a lot, as well as all the bits and just your viewership. And then check out the YouTube channel. Ton of excellent stuff there. You can follow us on Twitter, join the Discord, and we'll see you. Well, actually, maybe next week if MCM pulls this one off, we could have a bracket reset here tonight.
Yeah, but that said, the ready up has come through. The match has kicked off. These grand finals, Highlanders Season 9, are now underway. We got Don't Press Tab on the blue side and MCM on red. Mid-fight rolling out here.
Joey is going to be there slightly earlier, getting some early damage onto Exile, who's actually down to 99 HP. He has to be a little bit careful. That's going to open up some space for the blue team, but it doesn't look like they're going to take too much of it. Opting for an underneath battle. Adams, the first dies, is heading forward. The soldier now, that Soapymeister is going to be on the opposing concrete, picking up that health kit. Lenny and Watterson both down. No snipers on the field for this mid, as Johnny from Cali is
Sandblast
down by
is running
Mason.
forward into the opposing combo,
right,
and he took down the medic instantly. Great play by Sandblast there to recognize his window. And MCM's pincer play from underneath and over top wiped the floor with Don't Press Tab. That is a mid-fight win, but on the back end, we saw Jay get the bomb in onto Rogue and take down that enemy medic. That's going to give Don't Press Tab the uber advantage here, and once they're able to build that, they'll be able to take the point back, but for now, we're going to wait.
We will wait, and I'm seeing AGB lying in wait at spawn. He was trying to spawn camp that medic Rogue, but Pyro coming back. Good job by Supreme Toad there, keeping the medic alive. Watterson down early. AGB following, and Aaron, Lenny is going on a tear right now, has two to open this next fight. As the bombing forward, there goes Jay, looking for a frag here, can't quite pick up Fury, he will go down. But Johnny from Cali comes in, picks up that frag before dying himself. A lot of trades here, but it looks like it's in favor of Don't Press Tab, as they have taken back this point.
Oh, but BM gets the stab onto Lenny there after they capture the point, so that means Lenny's spawn is extended. MCM spawns are much better. They're going to have about a 9-6 advantage in players on the walk-up here, but Hyphen's on 85% Uber. Don't Press Tab have to kite this for just a little bit longer, then they'll be able to defend here. We now see MCM walking up to the point. BM going to go down initially. Soapy's bomb in right now, trying to force Hyphen, and Hyphen will force that Uber. Right now it's on Wish and Joey to try and get some kills, and they do. They get so much on the collapse. Wish, Joey, AGB all bomb in and collapse on that combo and take them almost all down. We see now MCM, their remaining players are trying to do some work on point, but they don't have any pressure at all. We see Soapy gets revolver down by AGB in the back, and that's going to be a very good hold from Don't Press Tab.
Big find there onto Rogue. I believe that was AGB who was able to come in with a stab. Finding that kill means slight add, not too big, just about 10-15% in favor of Don't Press Tab here, but they will certainly be a little bit more comfortable with that. AGB now looking for another play onto Rogue, getting some heals up.
High bomb from Jay.
Target will go down though.
Jay's in the backline right now, trying to find some damage. He does get the kill into Aaron as the fight is popping off on point. We see BM going down as well. Man advantage right now for Don't Press Tab here. Rogue's on 60%, Hyphen on 80, so the advantage is in favor of Don't Press Tab. They're going to give up the point here, let them cap it up. It's 85% Uber.
Oh, so much damage from Jay there onto Rogue, narrowly escaping to the backline.
What an air headshot by Waterson, taking Jay down, stopping his reign of terror. Unfortunately, that recapture does come through, and MCM were not able to force Don't Press Tab's Uber on it. So now both teams going to be seen on Uber in just a second here. It's about a 30-40 second difference between the teams at the moment. Right now, teams are fighting for any kills they can get. We see Sandblast actually lives just barely. He's going to find AGB2. AGB going to actually cloak out with his life, but it's a 9v9 right now. Full Uber versus full Uber, and MCM are on the attack.
On the attack here, an Uber exchange in progress on this point, not finding too much on either side. Carson was gunned down by a sniper, now Lenny dying into the spy. BM finding a nice frag there. Eerie dying on the other side of things, as Wish will pick up a frag in the combo.
We lost the bomb here, Jay is going in. He gets water send, but unfortunately can't find the strafe onto Rogue. Mini Sentry takes him down, and there's the recapture for the side of MCM. They're about a minute in deficit, but they should have players here, but they are losing players right now on point. Wish gonna take down Supreme Toad, gonna get taken out in return by a good pipe from Exile, but MCM do not have the numbers to keep contesting this. They don't have the health either. We see Sandblast go underneath to find a pack. If he can find a flank here, it'd be big, but he gets seen out early. Lenny gonna get that snipe onto Aaron, and another headshot's gonna force MCM backwards. Rogue is standing in the middle of the open, but both teams are on about 6% Uber. Recapture comes in for Don't Press Tab here as Spam is continually traded, but there's Jay once again over the top, finding that rocket onto Rogue, taking him down. It's as the prophecies have foretold, and now Hyphen's gonna have a 7% Uber as Don't Press Tab hit that recapture.
Yeah, so Gumester tries to bomb in for a counter sack, but immediately gets headshot stuffed in the air, and then I believe he craters. Kill credit goes to Wish there, but that was an excellent bomb in on the side of Jay. Picking up that medic, it's full Uber now for Don't Press Tab with 35 seconds left on the clock, and honestly, they are keeping their medic alive so well here that I don't think MCM needs to focus on anything else but picking off Hyphen and the Uber coming in here.
Yeah, hard to say that when there's 8 bodies in the way of that medic. Now the Uber's coming through onto concrete, pushing them back. They don't get any kills though. Both spies were traded earlier. Everyone's gonna be up now. Now in the post, it's bombing in. Good start from Hyphen. Oh, but he craters. Too much damage was taken from that rocket, so he gets that kill. Now MCM have a numbers and heal advantage. They're gonna be walking onto point here. Another bomb in from Jay. They're trying to find Rogue. One rocket, you can't get the second. Oh, people are flying everywhere right now as Wish trying to get an angle, can't get it. Gets burned out by Supreme Toad, and there's MCM's recapture. They're gonna have full Uber to defend this, but they're a minute and a half in deficit. Oh, it's overtime right now for Don't Press Tab. All they need is one more capture.
Yeah, AGB doing his best to try to call things out. He wanted to cross, but we were talking in pregame. This is a pretty hard map to cross on as Spy in the mid-fight, and just when the other team has control. The sniper posted up looking for Hyphen, can't quite find him. Now looking for the sniper instead. K-Pop Bob is down, that's Jay. They're dying, AGB also falling, so an early 2-man deficit as Don't Press Tab tries to work their way forward. Wish able to narrowly get underneath.
Marty can't get dropped like that. Yeah, they're dropping players for no reason right now. Everyone's taking so much damage, and Rogue has Uber. They just dropped 4 crucial players to this hold. They're forced to pop Uber in response. They're going to chase down Joey Lemons, which is good, but Hyphen's getting ran out right now by Johnny. He should be safe unless Sandblast can find the flank. Adam underneath is going to get taken down. Too slow to run away. Soapy goes down as well, and now Don't Press Tab are running back in. Wish is getting tanked by Hyphen. This beam scout is so threatening, and the capture is going to come through. So that is the first round going in favor of Don't Press Tab on Cascade.
Yeah, it's a pretty cleanly taken round. Shout out to, I think that was Samwiz, who gave us a pretty considerable host there. Welcome, everybody. This is the RGL Highlanders Season 9 Grand Finals match. Don't Press Tab has just gone up 1-0 in this first of 4 on map number 1 against Man Crush Monday. We're getting into the second mid. Why don't you take us away?
I'm taking us into a pause, it looks like.
Perfect timing, of course. But I guess since we have a pause, we could turn to Alto here and ask, what did you see on that, and why did Don't Press Tab have such an easy time winning that one?
It's just as Zag called out in pregame, honestly, Rogue felt like on a respawn timer for the majority of that round. You know, they had a really good mid-fight. They were nice and aggressive. They caught Adam out really early. And without the heavy there, that allowed Sandblast to just, bot across the point, take out Hyphen, and, they were able to win off of that. But Rogue died in the middle of 6 people in the post-fight. Great bomb from Jay, nothing against him, but those are the types of things you really need to deny. So they come back in because Rogue dies second. They don't have Uber ad. They lose that, and he just chain dies, it feels like, for the next 4 lives or so. And towards the end of the round, they really shaped up. He was staying alive, getting Ubers off, and that's why we saw so much time go off the clock. But the damage had already been done at that point. So if MCM's able to repeat what we saw them do on that mid, and then just keep Rogue alive for longer periods of time, you know, like he can die, right? But he shouldn't be dying in situations where his team's wiping them and he's just dying to stragglers.
Yeah, and towards the end, we did see the timer tick underneath a minute for MCM, and they had the Uber. They had a chance to get that defense off, maybe even take things into a double overtime, but unfortunately, they lost their Pyro and Heavy to overextending, and after that, they were just at too much of a numbers deficit, got pushed back. Uber didn't do anything, and then they lost that round out when they really had a chance to go further. So it's these small mistakes from MCM that's costing them big right now. If they're able to clean up their gameplay, keep Rogue alive, as we've been alluding to the entire cast, then they definitely have the skill and the coordination to contest Don't Press Tab here, but we need to see that shape up come sooner rather than later. They don't have very much time to make this work.
Absolutely. We're now out of this pause, it seems, as we get ready for this second mid-fight. I will take it this time. Hopefully no more pauses, early damage. Being sought after by these demo snipers posting up as usual. No one really committing early on in the fight, though. Already have HB and Jay behind, though. HB looking for an early play, looks like, and Rogue dead immediately. The first of all, K-Pop Bob and Jay Hunpei.
Oh,
whatever
but
you want to
BM.
call him. He's playing very well, but Hyphen dies on the other side as BM finds a nice stab, and MCM falling apart here, crumbling. Only Soapymeister in good health right now, and a bomb coming in from him will not find too much as he falls. Exile 2 health right now. Rogue is stuck at spawn, and this is a very clean mid-fight, despite the medic loss from Don't Press Tab.
Yeah, that one devolved into a bit of chaos in the middle there after both medics go down. That's the classic mid-fight, by the way. The first two dead players are both medics, so it turns into a bit of a DM fest, but Don't Press Tab had better positioning, they had more players to walk forward and do damage, and in the end, they are going to take that first capture. However, both meds respawning about the same time. It's now 9v9, but a good 2k from Soapy there onto Lenny and Carson. No sniper is really big for MCM. They're going to be able to push forward here and get control of this point. Both meds on 50%. There's a lot of damage going down. It's all about getting this recapture as clean as you can. There's Jay again on Rogue's head. Two rocketed. You can't let that keep happening. Jay is going to win this for his team. Medic going to be 65% advantage by the time Rogue can even start charging again. And now the point's going to continue being held. Oh, but Watterson!
No! Watterson comes in clutch there, picks off Hyphen, and now the Uber advantage will be in favor of Rogue. This is where the pause came through, and even though the point is in favor of Don't Press Tab, they will not be having a good time without that medic. Lenny down, Sandblast as well. Joey Lemons, no demo now for this Don't Press Tab side. They have a couple of weak players as well as Adam Falls, Wish in a bit of trouble as well. MCM will cap this one out, but here comes K-Pop Bob looking for a big play.
Reflected.
Reflected Supreme Toad saying, not anymore, my friend, and sends K-Pop Bob back to spawn. That is a pretty good retake there by MCM, but 141 on the clock.
Yeah, this will be the first period in this round where Medic has lived for more than 20 seconds with that denial from Marty. We need to see more of that from Supreme Toad if they want to keep taking space here. Now it's about a 30-second advantage for the side of Don't Press Tab. They're 30% Uber down. They'll have to walk forward, try and get some dry pressure here. They're going left side, going across the point as Jay dies in his respawn. So they actually found him in the back line. And there's AGB with the revolver shots onto Rogue, taking him down instantly. Rogue's respawn timer game continues as he cannot get an Uber. But on the backside,
fell.
Yeah, Hyphen fell as well. We're not playing with medics this round. It's 8v8, no meds, no heals.
8v8, no medics. I think that's the that might be the next format. People were saying no sniper. No medics. He just hits an all-out DM fest. A couple of players looking for some final frags here on the side of MCM as they have the player advantage and trying to work their way into point now with Rogue back in the fight. But that was a very unfortunate happening for both of these medics. 2:15 on the clock for MCM as they hold the point, but 1:20 for Don't Press Tab, trying to take another round in this matchup, and they're going to be ready for the repush in a second here, Zach.
You got both meds at about 40%. There's a numbers advantage, though, for Don't Press Tab as BM, Watterson, Soapy have all gone down instantly. It's a 6v9 as now Don't Press Tab are walking across the left side of the point. They have sniper advantage as well. And that pipe from Joey Lemons is going to get two. Sandblast Exile go down. There's Jay with his 15th medic pick of the game in 2 rounds, killing Rogue once again. Hyphen not in a position to get traded on this time either as Eerie gets denied, and we're going to see a recapture. Yeah,
honestly,
it's basically
like, yeah, you don't count a cloaked spy when you see 8 die. You call that a wipe. BM is trying to get behind, maybe going for a play into Lenny, actually walks the wrong way for that, so perhaps a med play, or he's just very confused. Here comes Soapymeister trying to deny the sniper, but gets deleted instead, and Sandblast also down, means no flank
Look at
now
where Hyphen's
from MCM.
playing.
Don't press up, K-Pop Bobby's in again, Jay! Is just going in time after time for this med, but can't secure the kill that time. Don't blame him from trying. Don't blame him for trying. Excuse me. Has 40 seconds left on the clock here for Don't Press Tab.
Marty
And,
got that
MCM is
force
feeding
pretty
players.
much by himself. He jumped over and Hyphen just got scared. It's better safe than sorry on that Uber, as medics have been dropping like flies this round. So they're going to get that force for MCM. It's about a 1.5 minute lead by the time MCM can walk back out here for Don't Press Tab. They're going to be able to regroup here. Johnny does go down. That's a 23-second respawn timer, as well as Lenny losing that SVS. So there is some space to move forward. However, they're going to lose Waterson in return. Jay finding that pick in the tunnel. So now we have about a 7v7, but they're going to lose another player. AGB no spy. Jay is in once again. Can't find the second rocket though. He's going to crater, and now MCM have some room to walk forward. They have Uber. They're going to pop it out.
They're going to pop it out here, and Hyphen is down on the other side of things. Actually, a lot of people down. Just Joey Lemons and Adam. Here comes Joey. Going for a big play here, but it's going to only be onto BM, where he's finding damage and not securing anything else. So Pyro and Sniper are the only alive right now for Don't Press Tab. In overtime, MCM in a similar situation as round number 1 here. 1:45 on the clock, and overtime for Don't Press Tab. There goes Johnny from Cali. Big bomb from Soapy. And he's
Soapy just cratered.
though.
Lenny body shot him for 150 and sent him cratering into the ground. So that's a good numbers advantage that Don't Press Tab being working with here. No soldier to distract them in the backline. So now we have a bit of an extended 9v8 for Don't Press Tab. That said, they're going to lose their scout instantly. Great find there from Waterson.
Yeah, big find. Aaron down on the other side of things, watching Rogue, make sure they are able to stay alive here. That's been the question all game. Is Rogue alive? ATV down to a nice shot from Waterson. Here's the aggression from Joey Lemons and Hyphen. Joey knocked back a bit there, trying to keep that damage output high. Wish in a bit of trouble, has to back off for heals. Adam goes down. Waterson finding
There's
the
Jay with a bomb. He
Jay.
gets
Oh,
Waterson.
he gets the force.
And he gets the force as well. Now we're going to see MCM taking this one across the point, trying to find anything they can. They have the initial kills, but they can't find anything else. And now they're forced to defend this Uberless. Hyphen's on 90% for Don't Press Tab, and Lenny peeking the bats, finds Rogue, takes him down. Now there's no medic for MCM at all. The walk-up is free for Don't Press Tab. Uber's free as well. Gonna pop across point, finds the kill onto Exile. Gonna chase down Soapy Meister in just a second here. One recapture is all they need.
Yeah, that's gonna be round number 2 here, going in favor of Don't Press Tab, 2-0 for MCM, and in playoffs, to remind people, it is 1st to 4 on Koth this season. That is a change, I believe. That'll be half number 1, and let's bring in our analysis here. What are you seeing in this match?
It's what I'm not seeing, and that's Uber's coming out of the side from MCM. I mean, I don't want to, repeat myself, but it's just Rogue is not staying alive. Waterson had that good drop. He's not having the best game either, and Soapy is getting outpaced on the bombs by Jay. And I mean, again, they're dealing with some of the best players in the game at this point. But if we hit tab and we see that Sniper and Soldier on the bottom of the scoreboard for MCM, Sniper and Soldier at least, well, Lenny's near the top for Don't Press Tab. Jay's hovering in the middle, but with the amount of med picks he has, I think you'll take it. And yeah, it's really just that need to keep Rogue alive. And there are points where you're going to have a really messy fight. And if they're going to, if you're going to have 6 guys rushing at your med and he dies, but you win the fight, okay, maybe, especially if you get their med. But there's so many times where it feels like Don't Press Tab is getting the point and MCM is trying to do a dry push and they're just completely failing to back Rogue out. And I don't know if it's just, the dry push itself isn't well advised, or Rogue's just mispositioning, or his team's not protecting him, or they're just not seeing and reacting to the bombs, or what. But it's a problem, and they're not getting completely shut out. They're finding picks, they're finding openings, they're able to take fights and win them, but they just need to be more consistent. They need to be able to go in, bait that Uber out, and get their meta away and keep the ad. If you go in for a dry Uber or if you go a dry push and you get them to use, it doesn't mean anything if they kill your medic with it. So I don't know if Rogue just needs to play more passive or what. I mean, I'm seeing in chat right here, 5 medic kills for Jay in 2 rounds. That's a lot.
Yeah, I got some stats up on the screen right now. Jay and Lenny are top fragging the server. The Soldier and Sniper for Don't Press Tab at 18 and 17 kills apiece. Next closest is 13 from Sandblast, MCM Scout. Between Jay and Lenny, they have 6 med picks. BM or AGB coming in with 2. That's all of Rogue's 8 deaths are to pick classes and Soldier.
There was also a point in that too where AGB managed to burn a full revolver clip on Rogue in main in the middle of 5 people, and that's just one of those cases where that just can't happen. You can't let your med get killed by that when you have, and it's not even if he was alone with a demo and AGB was shooting pipes. No, he had a heavy and an NG on him. just that spy needs to die. He can't be allowed to get 3 revolver shots off like that, much less 6.
Yeah, this has kind of been the story of Don't Press Tab versus MCM throughout the season. Is it feels like Don't Press Tab always have so much pressure. Their players are so aggressive. They can almost always get in the face of MCM, distract some players. Rogue is left on his own, and then Rogue goes down. It's just a vicious cycle happening over and over again. And it doesn't seem like things are too different in this grand final, which means Don't Press Tab. We expected them to be favorites, and it looks like they're as strong as ever here.
Absolutely. They have readied up as well. Now, of course, I say that and they unready. Uh, we've mentioned a couple of key players early on, especially K-Pop Pop, Jay Hunpei, whatever you want to call him. He is still probably the player of the match thus far. 5 med kills in 2 rounds is not what you not what you want to see if you're rooting for MCM. But who on the side of MCM has the opportunity here to step up and really turn the tide in favor of that team?
I'm looking at Waterson. Lenny is going ham right now. He's 17 and 8, 325 DPM. Waterson is 8 and 12 with less than 200. Waterson has not been having a good game, like Alto mentioned, right out of the half. It feels like he's just getting killed a lot of the same times Rogue is. He's dying a lot to Jay, dying a lot to AGB. If Waterson needs to get different angles, he needs to find ways where his team can help himself, where you need your sniper to be able to find angles on the enemy team if you want to equalize the advantage that Lenny's giving them. The SVS, I actually didn't check it. Let me check real quick. Lenny has 6 sniper kills. Waterson has 2. It's 6-2 for Don't Press Tab. Even that sniper just being alive is so much of a threat. Lenny is just alive for so much. He's threatening so much. And it just makes the game so difficult to play on Koth when you're at that constant disadvantage.
And I think something worth noting here is that Exile and Eerie are outpacing the combo on Don't Press Tab. Like, you know, Eerie was top scoring for the majority of that past half, and Exile's outperforming Joey Lemons. I mean, the deaths are actually the same despite having more kills and more damage, and that's with their med constantly being taken out. I mean, they're getting those kills on after Rogue dies and like their kind of consolation kills, but they're not getting completely outmatched here. This isn't hopeless for them. If, as we were saying, if Rogue can stay alive a little bit more, if Waterson can turn it around, if BM's been having a good game, it really just feel like it's on Waterson and the medic protection duty right here to step up, and then they're going to be swinging on even ground with Don't Press Tab.
Yeah, so you mentioned the combos really isn't getting outpaced for MCM. Right now, Exile's actually beating Joey Lemons in damage as well as Demo Man, so the damage is there. Sandblast is getting tons of cleanup as well. Sandblast, Exile, Eerie are all having phenomenal games. When your combos at pacing like this, the only things that can really ruin your day are those flank players and pick classes that just get your medic over and over. You don't have sniper advantage, so you're just more scared to take space. It's just a couple players on MCM, a couple more pieces need to fall into place, and they'll be competitive here.
Something important too is just that we mentioned Waterson needs to shape up, and he had 12 deaths in 2 rounds. That's 6 a round on sniper. He's second death to the team. You really, we mentioned having your sniper alive, even if he's not getting kills, is just such a good deterrent. But when he's dying more than your spy and only 1 less than your soldier who's known as a bomb artist, he's got a tendency to play aggressive, but he needs to be protected a little bit better too.
Yeah, the Waterson special is dying most on your team, top deathing as sniper, so hopefully he can turn things around here, be more of a rock for his team. But yeah, the ready up has come through, and we're into the second half here.
Yeah, Don't Press Tab up 2-0, looking for 2 more round wins here to get up a map here. And Exile taking some early damage once again. We've seen that a couple of times here on the mid fights. AGB looking across, looks like he'll be able to do so cleanly, as does BM, and no kills thus far. HB looking for a play, looking for the demo, and he's gonna get Exile. Big play. BM dying as he goes for a play. HB
and Jay's in, on Rogue. One rocket, 2. Wish going in.
Scout looking to clean it up, and he will. Actually, it was Joey Lemons who hits a nasty pipe there. Wish goes down instead.
Yeah, that collapse came in instantly. The second we saw that Demoman pick come through for Don't Press Tab, Jay was jumping in. Wish was getting ready to run forward. The pipes were getting spammed from point. It was just a complete collapse, complete domination on that mid for the side of Don't Press Tab. Hyphen is now going to be up on a 90% Uber to Rogue's 30%. They have a good advantage here, and they're going to look into forward hold. Here's the bomb in. 2 rockets from Soapy. Clean there from the soldier of MCM, taking down that enemy medic, and MCM have a route in now, but AGB is on the dome, and he's alone. Exile all by himself gets taken down. That's going to stall their push.
It's going to stall the push, but it will be good in the long run. 70% now for MCM. And 40 seconds on the clock. It's going to be a little bit more, maybe 60 by the time this cap comes
Lenny has an
through.
angle on
MCM.
Rogue right now.
He does.
It's open. Don't stand in that
shot.
silent. There we go.
Oh,
Jumped
but
by Soapy. Oh, but he got him with the last shot with the soldier in his face.
What?
The soldier was
How?
in his face, and he shot past him and dropped Rogue. That's something you cannot let happen if you're MCM. Rogue walked in that sightline 3 separate times, and no one could get there in time. You cannot peek that sightline, Rogue. He missed twice, and he just re-peeked it.
I don't know if Rogue knew, but like that's a play of the match so far. And AGB going down, that is a tough situation that she ran into there, but we'll be able to remedy that later. I'm seeing this mini sentry. Look at Aaron's mini sentry. It's being such a nuisance, and now the bomb coming in from Sophie. Right, and 1-2, and that is still onto the medic. Joey also dying, as does Johnny. Big plays coming in from the roamer and the flank as a whole.
Okay, Calmangler in for Jay on opponent's bats right now as Don't Press Tab are walking forward here. Scout and Engineer trying to edge the point towards capture, and now Rogue with that 75% willing to contest here, but the cap is given for pretty much free. That said, BM with a big 2K, Lenny and Carson getting chain stabbed, so the recapture should be fairly easy for MCM. They have to not drop players here though, as the respawns will extend. Soapy's bombing into the enemy bats right now, and capture still isn't going through. Looks like they want to get their spawners up first before they start, but now they're finally getting some time forward. It's 100% Uber for Rogue and only 40 for Hyphen.
Waterson taking a lot of damage, but somehow finds Wish. That was a pretty clean shot there. And finds Johnny as well. 2 down, including the Pyro. And Hyphen has to just keep powering here on concrete. Soapmeister down. Is Jay running the Cow Mangler and shooting shard shots? He is. Oh my god, my hero.
Yeah, that said, we now have Hyphen on 80% Uber. Don't Press Tab grouping up, ready to go across. They have a 2-man advantage here because of those long respawners for MCM. They're trying to edge the point forward here a bit as Wish going to get forward. Now Uber is out for MCM, trying to walk forward, find some kills. Johnny going to do his pyro duty and die for that denial, and he's the only death on that Uber.
I'm watching Jay right now as he goes in, but he's just landing on death there. Uber out, still here for Don't Press Tab. Going forward and getting thrown. Joey Lemons is able to find a couple here, picking up 3 in fact. And Adam coming in to pick up Sandblast as well. Hyphen's still alive for now, but a lot of people should be wanting to find that frag as the rest of MCM having a tough time recovering. It's going to be about 30 ad here for Don't Press Tab in this next fight.
MCM are not on the same page at all in that push because they know they Ubered forward, they know they didn't get anything because of the denial from Johnny, and they know they're going to get counter-Ubered on. So why isn't anyone ready to run Rogue out? Rogue's just caught in the sticky bombs. He has no chance. There's Jay going in. Oh, he takes Rogue to 1 HP. He got displaced so the rocket didn't hit for full damage. So Jay's life goes to waste there. They will stall for a bit, but Rogue is alive.
Rogue is alive, and that's all MCM is looking for right now as they continue to play a bit more aggressively. It is 50 seconds right now on the clock for Don't Press Tab, 126. A bit of a better position for MCM than we've seen in the first 2 rounds, but Waterson down means Lenny has free reign to work with, opting for that left side from his POV. He finds the Pyro as well. Now Joey Lemon's going deep. Wish is there to help the Uber coming out. And trying to chase down some frag will be Wish, but they're not finding too much. This Uber not as successful as they were looking for, but still holding on to the point. Now the counter aggression coming in. Some magic going deep. Joey and Lenny both
one more
dead,
rocket and gets the force.
But now PM is dead as well.
Force on point. Jay forced that with his Calmangler shots. Now we see MCM walking forward, trying to find some kills. They do get some, as well as Waterson taking down Jay in his face. Spy on point right now, gets seen by Exile and piped down. Good catch by the Doman. And now we see MCM trying to defend this for their lives. They're about a minute down in time. They need to keep this one going if they want to have a chance at this round. They're going to be down about 25% Uber. If they can kite Rogue out in the end, they'll be in a good shape. Waterson sniping down Carson's a very good entry. They're trying to defend, stop as much time as they can. Jay's in the back line, going to be contesting in just a second. Soapy countering that with a bomb of his own. Now we see Don't Press Tab walking up to the point. Jay in the backline going to take down Eerie. That's a big pick, defensive heavy down. Now Don't Press Tab are trying to edge it forward. Wish gets piped, has to back up and get some heals right now. Adam going forward, gets shredded though. He's 1 HP. Can't get taken down though as the capture goes through.
Capture coming through is big for Don't Press Tab here, trying to go up 3-0, and a lot of frags going through way as well as they continue to find frags. This Uber now faded. Johnny from Cali going deep, trying to chase down Rogue, but has to run into Soapymeister, looking for a reflect if possible. Wish now dead though.
It's all about getting to the point for MCM here. They have 95%. If they can touch the point, they can extend this. Needs to get unflashed though. We see Scout right now capping up, and they do have time. Uber goes through for Rogue. Very good play there to get players on the point, but Adam's flanking behind. He gets two. Watterson and Soapy, that's big picks. Capture about to go through. They need to take this one, even if it extends their spawns. Now they need to fight on point. Frags going in both directions. Carson and Exile both going to go down here, but MCM have control for now. It's all about the respawners. Don't Press Tab respawns are fast, but there's Supreme Toad going and flaming down Joey Lemons. That's a big pick, that Doubleman going down. MCM will have spawners in time, but they need to contest first.
Jay went in, HB wasn't quite ready, now going down. Watterson picking up with a headshot? That was in Toxic, whatever you want to call it, Big Door now. There's the Uber coming in, the Soldier jumping forward, Soapymeister not finding too much onto Adam. Such
they can't let this get captured, they need to walk forward onto point. MCM Aaron's the one blocking right now, but no one's on it at the moment. It's getting captured up, someone needs to stop it. They have Pyro, Supreme Toad is on there, ready to airbus, spy in, big step from BM on that fully over heavy. It's a 5v5 right now on the point for the round. We're in double overtime here. There's Jay from the top, and Uber gets popped just in time for Rogue, saves all the players on the point. Right now, air blasting. They need to get someone on. It has to be Lenny. Lenny gonna get air blasted, not taken down though.
But the medic, no, Hyphen goes down.
Watch for Spy. AGD can't find the stab he needs. There's Jay in. He can't get the kill, but he stalls enough time. And now the spawners are better for Don't Press Tab. They have everyone on the point.
Double overtime win for Don't Press Tab to go up 3-0. MCM coming back and looking a lot cleaner here, Zag.
It's Don't Press Tab taking that round, though. It was super close for MCM. They're very clearly looking a lot better. Their halftime talks have worked out, and they're so close to taking a round here. But it was so close and no cigar. They lose that round in the end. It's 3-0 for Don't Press Tab here. One more round will be the Cascade map secured.
Yeah, they're really looking on both sides to secure this one. MCM showing a lot of opportunity here to come in. We see K-Pop Bob going down early as Eerie and Wish also fall heavy down, and the flank down for Don't Press Tab. Here's a Soldier jumping forward, not finding too much. That's Soapymeister as he plays on concrete. Lenny down goes Johnny as well. A couple falling in the combo as Joey Lemons is also pretty weak. MCM looking pretty clean on this mid fight so far, but AGB is going to be lurking soon, looking for a crucial pick.
Adam gets caught out in his submarine play, and there's the Spy trying to revolver in. But yeah, that is MCM's mid fight. They've won half the mid fights in this match so far, so they very clearly know how to play their mids, and they do it well. Neither med goes down in that mid. That seems like a first for this match, as we're gonna have an Uber v Uber confrontation, 9v9 coming through here in just a second.
9v9, looking for this Highlander action. Soapy immediately dead as he tries to jump up onto Jay, but the sniper finds the first Uber in. Is denied completely by the Pyro Air Blast. Now coming forward is the rest of MCM. They want to chase down some frags, but they're not going to find too many as BM goes down. Now Exile falling as well as Supreme Toad and Rogue going down. Joey Lemons finding some crucial picks there in the fray, and the pick class is coming through with 2 more for the side of Don't Press Tab. It's just AGB down, and they'll find 7 on the side of MCM.
Even though both teams popped Uber at the same time, we saw the aggression coming through from Don't Press Tab. MCM ended that Uber in a much worse spot. They got stuck behind that rock and immediately got collapsed on. All the explosive damage from Joey Lemons was able to get a bunch of kills and damage, so recapture has come through for the side of Don't Press Tab. They're going to have about a 30% Uber ad as we see K-Pop Bob going to win that Soldier v Soldier in the tunnel. Watterson, though, the snipe onto Joey and Sticky's onto Lenny is going to open up a lot of space. Yeah, he's going to get denied, though. Good find out by the MCM anti-medic death squad. Now we have a man ad for them walking forward, trying to contest the point, but AGB with a great stab onto Exile. Looked like it was a face stab a bit there, but yeah, now we see the point can't get captured up because of no demo man, so Don't Press Tab are still defending this one. Both meds on 75% Uber.
And AGP, I think that might have been a bit of a face stab, so unfortunate to who did he even get there? I didn't actually see, but he finds a frag on point, and that's a big one for Don't Press Tab. They are now below 2 minutes. MCM, for the first time here, at about 2:20 at the point changeover, and they've been looking pretty good in these, at least last round and this round. Jade, though, in a position, if he wants to jump from Waterfall, here's the Uber coming in, actually. It's going to be an exchange around the entrance to tunnel on the side of the MCM. HB down, Soapymeister now shot down by Lenny.
Watch for Jay in post. He's dropping off of the bats right now, off of the tunnel, and he's going to kill onto Aaron. Has a lot of pressure forward, has a black box, a shotgun right now, and there's Johnny, actually, with 2 scorch shot kills. That's detonator kills, actually. Gets Exile and Watterson on their back out, so really important kills, and he even melees down Eerie, so a 5k from Johnny in that fight. Great play by him to get that cleanup.
Yeah, it's a big cleanup play. Johnny down is no pyro, so pretty much free bombs for Soapymeister if he wants to go forward. It looks like he wants to, narrowly avoiding some sniper shots. Now he's taking the 1v1 versus Chase. He's going to lose it as Adam comes through to get that spam damage in. A little bit of damage onto the blue demo right now, Joey Lemons, but he's getting that overheal, so no fear on his part. And it's just a question of what does Rogue do in this situation? Doesn't want to get caught out here. Waterson down means free reign now for Lenny.
Yep, point contesting going on as both meds are about to hit 80% Uber. Health is a bit weak on both sides, but numbers advantage is in the favor of Don't Press Tap here.
Just hit one from downtown onto Jay. That is so sad for Jay.
MCM are going to let Don't Press
right
Tab cap this up and just opt to trade the Ubers later. They have better spawners, so they'll be able to get these players up in just a second here. They're a minute down in time. They need to make this push work out for MCM.
Yeah, trying to find the right opportunity for this push to work for MCM is an issue.
Oh, they
Lenny
exploded
just posting up
Joey.
there. The Uber actually out early from Hyphen. Now Rogue, I didn't actually see who popped first, but presumably Rogue with that damage onto them, trying to work their way forward, but not finding too much other than building. Soapymeister down on their side means no soldier. Now Supreme Toad falling, but a couple on the other side as 3 are currently down, but now it's all falling apart. Rogue in a bit of trouble as just pick classes M, the medic remain. Now BM gunned down as well by Wish. Lenny is taken down by Waterson and Constellation Prize, but it's not going to be enough. Rogue escapes with their life and will start healing up. And it's going to be just a slight disad for MCM. Don't press tab, though. With about 10 seconds left on the clock, expecting another overtime here.
Yeah, the MCM need to get to point and contest, but there's people flanking from all angles. They're going to lose Waterson, Sandblast, and Eerie all in short order. Bombing from Soapy trying to find anything. He does get a lot of damage and gets Joey Lemons killed. Going to go down for his trouble, though. We see Rogue is healing people. He's very low, but there's not enough people on point.
Hyphen
Now we
dead.
see there's a lot of players dead from both sides. It looks like MCM are going to get their recapture in, though. Don't Press Tab have not let it come across quite yet, though. Looks like they want spawners. AGB gets caught out. Counter SP, or piped, excuse me, and there's BM stabbing Adam, and there's the collapse in. They finally get their spawners in, and there's MCM's recapture. They're going to have full Uber as well, so they can do this. It's a minute and a half. They were in this situation in round 1. As long as they don't drop players here, they have a chance.
Yeah, MCM found a really good team fight there. That was probably like one of their best fights throughout. I mean, obviously it's a lot easier to just start steamrolling once you have a lot of kills. Jay down early means no threat to the medic. Eerie in a bit of trouble though. The Uber actually popped out to save him. They're gonna try to chase down Joey or Hyphen. The scout going deep, trying to chase down Hyphen. They're gonna find him. Hyphen down, Carson down. I love the aggression right now from MCM. They're gonna keep this Uber advantage as long as Rogue lives and take down a couple as well, as Don't Press Tab can't come forward now without that medic.
Yep, now we're going to see Lenny walk up on the left side. He wants his angle. He's going to go bats instead. This about a 20%, 30% advantage for Rogue going to be coming through here. It's a minute left on the clock to hit that double overtime. Exile is going to get his spawn up as well, so we're going to be in 99 territory here as Don't Press Tab are dropping off the concrete, trying to find some damage. And Hyphen going to get stabbed immediately by BM, though. There's a lot of damage in return as AGB going to get Eerie. Now MCM, they're trying to kite this one out, but they need to stop the point. If the point gets captured, the map is over.
Oh, they're gonna get it!
They lost with 6 players alive.
No! I don't know how they managed that, but there's a knock on my door. I'm gonna go check what that's about.
Yeah, and that will be a 4-0 for Don't Press Tab here, closing out map 1 in dominant fashion, going flawless in that 1-0 up there, 1 map away from being our Invite Season 9 champions. So we definitely are going to look to see if they can close that one out coming up on Swiftwater. Until then, we're going to have a little break for you guys, ad break. Got to get that advertiser money, but for now, we'll catch you in just... And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to this RGL Highlander Season 9 Invite Grand Finals. We just saw Don't Press Tab take a 4-0 on Cascade, our first map of these Grand Finals. They are 1 map away from being crowned Invite champions.
Yeah, and, you know, just we're moving on as we move on to Swiftwater. As for map 2, we want to take a moment just to plug the new RGL merch shop that just launched recently. !merch in the chat. Some really phenomenal designs in there. Some shirts that you can wear in public, we promise. It'll be okay.
Not only can you get that merch, but you can also sub here right on Twitch, and that directly supports us as casters. You can also follow us on YouTube, or subscribe on YouTube, excuse me. Follow us on Twitter. Join the Discord. All the different things you can do to support this channel and all the people working to bring you this content. So we appreciate it, but definitely check out that merch because it is really cool.
Yep, and that said, we are going to be moving on to Swiftwater here in just a second. Payload for this second map here. We took a look a bit at logs in the break. Nothing too surprising. Still domination from both scouts. Shout out to Sandblast is having a very, very good game. It's just unfortunate that MCM haven't been able to put together a round. They got 4-0'd, even though it looked like they could have taken a round and maybe done better in a couple of the other rounds. So, that said, moving on here, I do think that this would be their map pick, even though we don't know for sure.
It is. No, Cascade was Don't Press Tab's pick. Swiftwater is MCM's, and then Ashville was the final map that Don't Press Tab picked.
Yeah, so for MCM, your season's on the line here. If you lose this match, you're going to be going out in second place. Nothing to scoff at, still a great accomplishment, but if you want that first place achievement, that big cash prize money at the end, you need to turn things on here and extend this match.
Yeah, and I think that from what we saw at the end of Asheville, things had been improving for them. I mean, they still lost that second half 2-0, but both of those rounds were a lot closer. A lot of the kind of issues we identified, I thought were being fixed. As in, at the end, Hyphen, in the combined, Hyphen only had one more death than Rogue, which would mean that Rogue died less than Hyphen, I believe, in that second half. Watterson really turned it around. Sandblast was playing great. So, a lot of those glaring holes were filled. It was just they were just losing because I think maybe too little too late, maybe, and Don't Press Tab already had enough momentum, and they were just playing better as a team. We saw in that very last fight, MCM losing the point with 6 people alive. I mean, maybe if they all die for point, they lose it anyway, but maybe you clutch it, right? Maybe you clutch it, maybe you had the advantage, but if you just are getting pressured off constantly in even numbers, or even, when you should have an advantage, that's just a bit of a team differential, and there's not a whole lot you can point fingers at other than, I'll just be more coordinated, forehead. Like, easy to say, but a lot harder to do. But if those holes are fixed, and Swiftwater is the map that NCM picked, which you'd assume they'd have a pretty big level of comfort on, I think things could look up for them if they keep that level of play.
Yeah, moving forward into this map, like we mentioned, they need to win this one if they want to extend these grand finals. They put all their chips onto Swiftwater here. They think that this is a map they have what it takes to beat Don't Press Tab on. It's something they haven't done yet this season, beat Don't Press Tab in a map. I believe they've only gotten 3 rounds in total on Koth before, so if they are able to take this one, they'll be extending it here. But for now, we have a bit of a short pause. We're going to be looking to go live in just a second, as all 18 players are in the server.
This now begs the question, 4-1 was the prediction for the first map for all of us, and clearly my expertise was flawed, thinking that MC might have a shot at 2 rounds there. We saw the 4-0. What are you guys expecting now on Swiftwater, which is a map that MCM has played every playoff match, I think? At least the last 2 that we've seen.
Against Don't Press Tab in the upper bracket finals, they played Product Vigil. So they might have played it last week. I didn't catch last week's match against Froggyland.
I believe they did, but I'm not positive on that.
Yeah, it's definitely a map they like.
They've played it recently.
Yeah, they definitely like the map.
So thoughts on their chances? Switching up the format here. You're not playing first of 4 on Koth. Now you're playing best of 3 halves on a payload map. What are you thinking? Is there a hope for MCM here, or is Don't Press Tab just gonna steamroll?
Well, unpause has come through, but I'm gonna go for the low probability here. I'm gonna call it 2-1 for MCM here.
Ooh, calling the continuation, the upset, if you will.
Indeed. I'm biased because I want to see it. I always want to see these matches go long. But I think that with what we saw from them at the end of the end of Cascade, I think they have the ability to take it to Asheville. I think we're going to see one win that's really close. The half that Don't Press Tab, is going to take is going to be a roll, and then another one that's really close. But I think we go to Asheville.
Zach, what do you think?
I'm going to say,
live, by the way.
Yeah, we are live here. We have Don't Press Tab on red, starting out on defense, MCM on blue, so they'll have the offense advantage. They get to set their pace, but I'm going to say 2-1 Don't Press Tab. I feel like we might get one of those Swiftwater classics where first 2 rounds are both 15-minute pushes, takes forever, and the last round Don't Press Tab just end up stomping, and it's like a 6-minute time or something. I'm feeling that coming through. If we do have the 3 rounds, I think Don't Press Tab are going to be able to clutch it out in the final round. I feel like they're just more cohesive as a team. They have the mindset that they'll just be able to close things out cleanly and complete their undefeated season with no maps lost. So yeah, we'll be looking for that one.
Okay, so as the resident expert, as we all know, I am the best at Highlander predictions ever. I'm thinking don't press tab 2-0 this. I was talking in pregame about how I thought MCM might go the distance, but at the same time, I've seen MCM play enough of this map, and they're so inconsistent as these doors open. It's not going to be too important what happens early on here. It is Swiftwater first, but MCM has been pretty inconsistent in their matches on this here map. As Soapy Meister will be the first to die. That I think don't press tab should 2-0 this. There's a chance that MCM takes it out though.
If they're inconsistent, you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, who knows?
They're inconsistent, so there's always a chance.
Alright, well that said, we have our initial trades, ×3 on the cart moving forward. No one of any significance has gone down. Everyone's going to be able to get their respawners up. AGB is still alive in the backline, actually getting caught up by Marty. That's really big. Now that Spy can't do that defensive calls that allow you to fight tunnels. So now we see Don't Press Tab going to be able to reset their defense here. They're going to have to watch out for MCM. They have the onus to make plays here. It looks like they have Waterson wants to peek the tunnel, but there are some stickies left over. As for their combo, it looks like they want to rotate into apartments early.
Yeah, this is a good rotation from the classic, but an immediate death from Joey Lemons before the Uber comes forward. Now Rogue and this Pyro looking to get some damage in, but there's absolutely none of it. All the denial coming in from Johnny from Cali. This Heavy now in a bit of a tough spot as Yuri will get gunned down.
They're
But the opposing Heavy
force.
running forward. Look at this aggression.
Yeah, they can't get the force on that as we see Hyphen going to stand his ground in that corner, not going to pop when he takes a rocket. Good play over there by the side of Don't Press Tab. The Uber trade they went for is to force your Pyro through and trade Air Blast to make space, but unfortunately their Pyro died on the walk into the sticky trap, so that Uber exchange was never really going to work out for them.
Now looking at this defense, we have Carson with the gun up in on this catwalk area. The pretty classic, the aggression coming through. Hyphen actually, wait, did Hyphen just die?
Yeah, he died to
No
Soapy.
defensive med.
I didn't see how Soapy got in there, but yeah, that's a 2-rocket drop or whatever, and
That's
now
a
we're going to
drop.
see... Yeah, that's a full advantage now for the side of MCM. They sent some players through upper to try to get some damage. They got cleaned up, though, as we see kills coming through from the explosive classes of Don't Press Tab. But as for now, we're looking to get this push out. AGB's in the backline looking to call out something. They need to get this Uber force for Don't Press Tab, but now all the chips are on MCM's field.
Yeah, this is a really good situation for MCM to open things up, but Lenny is popping off right now. He's found 3 so far. Exile also down, and a lot of players falling on the offensive side. Watterson, Erie, but now Rogue, AGB.
Both meds are dead.
How does he do it? But Hyphen down again? Sandblast just walked forward, I think?
Yeah, there was just a ton of chaos in the middle of that second point, and both meds end up going down, but in the end, the spawns and the numbers advantage stay in favor of Don't Press Tab here. They have some players up in apartments, Heavy, Sniper, and Demo Man, so they are still holding this one, even if they don't have heals quite yet. Cart's about to roll back as well. Sandblast's gonna get a tap and pay his life for it as well, so a 5k right now for the side of Jay.
Oh my god, the kills are coming through right now for Lenny and AGB, 4 and 5k respectively. Adam picks up a 4k there, AGB now finally going down. This defense holding strong so far. This cart just barely out of the tunnels, but MCM does not look like they're in a position to cap this out anytime soon. Disad is about 10%, but you never know. Like, anything can fall apart right now in the connector area for Don't Press Tab. It's just a question of how well they're able to hold that. Looking at positioning for MCM, though, it looks like they might be going for a tunnel push.
Yeah, we were devolving the chaos there for a little bit, but everyone's going to take a second, stabilize. We see the level 3 gets built up by Carson. He has that one up and ready, wrangled forward, as now both meds about to come up on Uber. It's going to be another apartments push from the side of MCM. Again, they drop Marty. You can't do that. And now they can't go. There's no power to make space for them.
That is a crucial drop early on. We've seen that twice from Rogue now.
That's like a ping check. No, that's not Rogue's
but
fault.
now Exo goes in. What is this aggression? Wish down on the defensive side as Watterson finds a frag. And now open the doors for the Pyro to rush on forward. Here he comes. Looking to pick up Rogue,
god!
and
He
there
opened the
comes.
shutter. They opened the shutter, and as they opened the shutter, Adam minigun Rogue down with the second he had it. Yeah, and that gets
AGB
collapsed
came in
on.
there, stabbed Erie, and then opened the shutter to let them in.
Yeah, that was
Look at the
very
press
crazy
tab.
trade.
I know we're literally watching Don't Press Tab, but press tab right now, and look, we have 2 6Ks coming up on the defensive side, and a 5K out of Adam, and a couple of people who are, you know, a 3, a 2, and a couple of 1. Like, Don't Press Tab's defense right now on the second point is looking solid, as it's a drop down actually from the high ground for this defense.
And while we have a moment here while these meds are building their Uber and contesting spam outside a tunnel, they're going to lose Waterson, that's fine. Collapsing through top right now, actually, I have to stop talking about what I wanted to, as now we see Eerie and AGB going through top. BM actually going to enforce that gun down with the help of Eerie. They have a ton of damage down onto the low ground players. When you drop down and don't have anyone watching the shutter, that's what can happen. And they have lost a lot of players. Don't press tab, have 5 up, but that's more than MCM have, as they lost a ton of players on the collapse. Lenny is on an 8k. He got 2 big headshots in that fight, and we are still in chaos mode on the second defense.
I watched Lenny get a couple of frags there. He's now just gonna post up and watch this connector apartments area. The heavy's trying to take down those traps. That's pretty cool of them. But now with these Ubers even, here comes an early pop onto the pyro. That's what I wanted to see.
Another sticky trap though. The sticky trap was further back. Yeah, Lenny on a 9k. That push is not going to go anywhere for MCM. Okay, they have full Uber to side. I need to talk about this real quick, right? Because when you're trying to send your pyro through, the first 2 times he does to the shutter, that's a reaction time check. We just saw that the pyro lose to the sticky trap detonation with the air blast, so he lost those out in the end. You can say it's connection, whatever. We see Lenny on a 10k from there. The second time, he got unflashed by Rogue as he went through the second shutter. The third time, rather. The third time was Rogue's fault. The first 2 times was a reaction time check.
Yeah, and it didn't end up working here for MCM. They kept 1 in 42 seconds, and they have been stuffed 3, 4, 5 times now on point number 2. This is not looking good, as Ubers will even out once again.
Yeah, now Rogue gonna end up using through tunnel. The tunnel push is what they want. Gun goes down instantly because of that sticky bomb spam. And now we see MCM funneling out. They have 4 players on the cart. The shutter push does not go as planned though, as Erie's gonna go down instantly. Soapy gets the force at least, but now Don't Press Tab are funneling out onto the cart, trying to get whatever kills they can. They are gonna get a lot. They lose Adam to a backstab though. They still have numbers advantage here. Both meds end up staying alive though, so although we have a 5v4, nothing really transpires too much. But in this case, nothing is amazing for Don't Press Tab.
Yeah, Don't Press Tab has somehow managed to lose a couple of players in every fight and hold on to this. Waterson's peeking through main right now, but the challenge is coming right at him as Eerie peeks forward, as is Exile down to 50 health here. It looks like it might be just a tunnel push. Lenny down now, though, means no sniper to deal with for Waterson. He's weak health, though. Has to be careful as this demo in a bit of trouble. Jay in a corner being bullied by 3 people will go down. Exile dead on the other side. It's just 3 alive for this Don't Press Tab defense as Carson goes down as well. Now, Hyphen in trouble. He'll go down finally. The cap comes through. And is that 2 points in 7 minutes?
Yeah, 7:18. The time is not good for MCM. That said, if they want to salvage this, they can still do it. They have full Uber ad. They have players up. They need to snowball this 3rd point here. Soapy and BM are in the backlines. They can't find kills just yet. Although there is a heavy contesting, they're going to take down Adam instantly. They are going to lose Waterson, NBM, and Exile, though. They're losing players on the cart. They end up forcing this Uber with only 6 alive. They're trying to get some space into the opponent's shutter, but they do get back to the cart. They lose their pyro, though. That's big. Eerie on cart trying to find it. Gets stabbed by AGB. Capture not coming through here. Sandblast is the only one left.
Only one left. Rogue in a bit of an awkward situation right now. Just
he got Johnny. That's a big pick. And they're going to get NG on cart because of that. It's so close.
She gets bodied by Carson's gun. They're going to hold on to this. Don't Press Tab is going to hold on to third just a little while longer. So we might start a bit of trouble. Will go down. Jay trading out on the other side of things as Waterson stabbed by AJB means no sniper. And even down a soldier here, Don't Press Tab has an opportunity to get right back into this game. Setting up will be Carson on engineer, trying to deny this cart. Is Adam on heavy though.
Yeah, he's got the Fist of Steel out. He's going to get an overheal as well, making him hard to kill. Sandblast is behind in the choke, doing a lot of damage, though, as well as the stickies. Adam has to get off that. Someone needs to tap that, so stop moving backwards. Sandblast might want to try, but he's not going to do it. Cart's rolling back. Bomb in from Soapy. He's actually going to get the force. That's a really big bomb from him. And now Don't Press Tab are pushing through. Rogue stands in that silent, gets sniped and punished by Lenny instantly. So now the Uber was free for Don't Press Tab. They have 7 players alive, nearly wiping their opposition. Lenny with another cleanup kill. And that cart is continually rolling back. No one could get a tap on it.
MCM is just not looking clean here on round number 1. You know, they were so close to that push. At some point, you just gotta make the play call sack for cart, because if you're not going to make a concentrated push into one spot or the other, then you might as well just feed bodies onto cart. And right now, that continues to roll back right onto the crit trap, or onto the sticky trap, excuse me, which finally gets dead. I don't know why. And Adam's going to
because he has to spam in red room.
He wants to rotate back.
Right now, MCM are taking IT over here. They have a lot of players in it, entire combo plus sniper. looking for something. Soapy gonna go down instantly, so no soldier threat this time around. A lot of players lining up here, and Waterston with an opener onto Adam is pretty big. They finally have people on the cart now as they've rotated back into main for MCM. It's 90 to 75% Uber. They will have some time here to make things work. Spy gonna get chased out early as they do lose Rogue. We see him getting bombed again in the back by Jay. So just when MCM have an advantage to work off of, it gets taken away from them in an instant.
In an instant is right. It seems like everything's going so well for MCM, and then it just all dissolves in a moment. Lenny right now is on a tear, 6 kills, and AGB as well has 6 in this life alone. These pick classes from Don't Press Tab are putting on a show for us tonight, whether we're watching them or not. AGB finding 7 as he picks off Soapmeister with the revolver, and honestly, if they were able to be shut down right now, that would open everything up for MCM.
Yeah, unfortunately, that will not be the case quite yet, as Hyphen's on a full Uber. We see Jay gonna get a buff right now. Headshot goes through. Waterston winning that SVS, though. That's one shutdown that they needed. Now we're gonna see MCM look to take some space here. They don't have Uber quite yet. They are gonna need to set up for it, but this will be their chance with no enemy sniper.
Sorry about that, my mic got a bit screwed up there. Have a scuff set up tonight.
They got the
down,
gun
AGB
instantly.
down on the other side of things, though. So no spies to work with as this push is going to come through at T in a moment. Uber now out early as Exile got a bit weak, trying to find some damage. Adam is down, that's a long respawn timer, but can they really find anything else? Now collapsing for Cart, the soldier in behind as Jay will find a couple Exile down as well as this demo popping off. Lenny dead, as is Johnny. No pyro now to try to air blast off, but somehow Don't Press
the BM with the spy cap, thank
no,
God!
The spy cap, that was 13 seconds! My mic just fell off my head. I apologize for that. Now Sandblast finds Hyphen. It is all falling apart here. I don't know how MCM just capped that with 13 seconds left. The spy comes through, and they're holding it aggressively as well, but it's not going to look too good for too long as that forward spawn comes through. And now a bit of an Uber at about 40, maybe even 45-50% coming in for MCM.
We are 11-16 through 3. That's time is very favorable towards Don't Press Tab. MCM need to get this as fast as possible if they want to even have a chance in this round. Now we're going to see them try to walk up this ramp. Everyone's alive right now as both meds don't have Rogue 65-35. Now we're seeing them continually trying to take space here as Soapy is the first casualty. BM as well going down. The Fist Heavy is trying to get the cart around this first bend. They're going to lose Sandblast on that backup, but he is still pushing. Will end up losing his life. That's fine. They keep Rogue alive. Lenny win that SVS, that's whatever. It's all about this next push for MCM.
I'm really curious as to who's winning the SVS in particular. Not which sniper's dying most. Here comes Jay looking for a bomb, but he's not going to find too much as Rogue went for a different option. Instead, going to be pushing Garage here with the combo. Have to be careful of that sniper. Exile peeking forward. The Uber coming in early on, trying to spam out Hyphen, who now has full Uber. They're going to pop early after taking a little bit of damage down to half health. Aaron down, Sophie down as well. Pushing forward now as this defense finding Rogue is Joey with a nice pipe to clean things up, and now losing 2 in the post Uber as Hyphen and Johnny both going down. That's bigger to lose Johnny, but they're finding so many frags. There's no opportunity for MCM to take ground here, except losing Hyphen here is Don't Press Tab. After 11-16 through 3 and sub 60 coming up for MCM onto this next point. Hyphen down might be the opening they need. We've seen them steamroll into last after capping this next point.
BM got a drop step onto Adam, but couldn't get the sap on the gun in time, and now we see MCM trying to flank out wide here. They need to get this gun. There's a soldier coming in. Jay is in over the top, but a 2K from AGB. Make that a 3K. Gets Aaron, gets Exile, and one more, and he's able to completely wipe the floor with MCM's cart force. And now with that, the reset comes through for Don't Press Tab here. They're going to have about a 50% advantage, a full level 3, and all of their spawners up. This is looking like even more domination for the side of Don't Press Tab.
At this point, it is questionable whether or not MCM will be able to cap this next point in, and Jay going forward, getting good damage in, will go down to Sandblast though. Fellow Sixes player taking him down as HB finds a stab up to Waterston before going down to himself. Means no sniper for this offense. That's going to make things a whole lot harder. Sandblast getting stuffed completely. Somebody might be looking for a bomb and stuff as well. Here going down finally, and Exile, everybody is falling. 3 seconds, someone's going to touch the card as Rogue goes down. There's nothing to play for, and that will be not even capping last. It's 3 points through 11-16. Don't Press Tab in such a good situation here. Alto, Zag, mostly Zag, I guess, because we're not in the middle of a half, but like, what is this? What is the best situation here for MCM?
The best situation here for MCM is holding third. It's holding second, honestly. Second's a lot easier to hold. They might pull out a tunnel hold if they think it's their best chance. If you let them get through third, all they have to do is cap 4 points in the entire map timer. If they get to 4 points, they don't even need to cap last for don't press tab. If you cap 4 points at all, you are victorious here in this first half.
It's alright, in one of my main scrims this season, we failed to cap second, and then hard held them on second. It's possible, it's been done before. But I mean...
Can it be done by MCM right here? Is the question.
With your sniper and demo man as the two bottom scorers on your team?
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Exo!
shaking that 8 ball gives me seems unlikely. Ask again later.
I know we're literally watching Don't Press Tab, and this is the second time I'm making that joke, but if you hold tab real quick, and Dolphin's able to, I don't know about his HUD, Exile with 14 points right now is bottom scoring for MCM. Compared to 25 is Adam's score, the bottom score for Don't Press Tab. Joey Lemons has 41 right now. These gates have now opened as MCM tries to hold on. With a valiant defensive effort, they're gonna find nobody pick onto Adam here, but that's definitely not gonna slow things down.
They have the gun outside of tunnel, actually, with Aaron building that one. That's kind of interesting. They want to deny all the bombers going in, making sure nothing unforeseen happens. They pull it back just now. Lenny gets a snipe on the Waterson. That's pretty big, so now Waterson can't look for any of his patented cheesy angles here. We see Jay actually rolling out on the direct hit and shotgun. So, going for a bit of tunnel DM going through, trying to get that gun spammed once he gets there as well.
We do have the battalion's backup being run by Soapymeister right now on defense for MCM. We've talked about banner play in a couple of recent matches. I know I talked to you about it. I talked to Jared about it in a match prior to that. Battalion's backup, other banners can be such a fight turner in certain situations here. So Soapymeister certainly looking to build that one up on defense.
Yep, he's around the tunnel here. He needs to keep his life. He gets killed. Everything
Uber
would
in.
be for naught. Yeah, Uber in through the apartments right now, getting traded off. The Pyro does manage to go through for the side of Don't Press Tab, as they are making some space here.
Actually.
They've gotten through and done a lot of damage. Johnny's still in there actually fighting, gets piped down in the end, as the Uber trade does not go well for Don't Press Tab. They're going to lose 4-1 for the side of MCM. So, initial defense looking good for MCM here. They need a lot more of that, though, to come.
Yeah, they really need to keep this exact situation going. They can't drop more than 1 or 2 players per fight, and they need to be finding 3, 4, 5 on the other side per fight. But Don't Press Tab at some point. I expect to bust through here. A Det comes in onto that Pyro, getting him down to 27 health, but unable to secure the kill as this combo has dropped down onto the low ground. And post-match, I'll certainly be talking to Alto about the strategy involved here, as Joey Lemons will find his demise. Adam and Wish also dying as this aggression from the defense. But this lower play, so far successful from the MCM combo. They're going to hold on to Cart here, and I'm certainly interested to hear what you guys have to say about that.
I'll tell you exactly what it is. When your spy gives you the comm that they're sending 0 people through apartments, if your combo drops down to hold them at tunnel, you're going to win that every time. You do that in response to them abandoning apartments. There we saw Don't Press Tab trying to 9-man through tunnel, and it got responded to perfectly by MCM. They wiped the floor with them, did not lose a single player. So more of those responses is what we need. We need the information, we need the rotations for MCM constantly here.
Real quick shout out, Nanohertz just gifted a bunch of subs. Shout out to that guy. Here's comes some push though into Connector here, and it's absolutely denied as Exile, Eerie, and a couple more, combo members. My mic fell off my face again. Combined for a couple of frags there in apartments, and it's not looking good here for Don't Press Tab as MCM continues to hold on to this. I gotta fix my mic.
Yeah, see, now that Don't Press Tab go apartments, we see MCM respond to that when they mulch them in the shutter. Your goal as defense here is just to rotate to deny whatever the offense is trying to do here. That said, Waterson going down to AGB is a big pick for Don't Press Tab to move off of. Soapy's banner is getting popped up, though. He has that one. He's holding it ready to go. He isn't going to let it go. Carson goes down instantly as the banner is out with the Uber. Right now, we see Don't Press Tab trying to get ran down, and there's Sandblast getting that shot onto Hyphen, getting that medic pick advantage. Rogue needs to get out, though. They can't lose too many players here. They did lose Exile and Soapy, which is pretty big. Soapy can't build that banner anymore, but that is another successful defense for MCM.
Yeah, really good defense there. In fact, it's starting to look like Don't Press Tab needs to take some drastic actions. You know, something that I was hoping to see tonight, because we haven't seen it on that map, on this map, too often this season, is a flog through apartments, but we haven't been seeing that. Carson going down there, as is Joey Lemons. Waterson finding a couple here, and J-Town as well. He finds one as a Soapy, trading out that soldier, but you know, 4 for 2 is a trade MCM is willing to take every time right now on this defense.
Yep, that said, Don't Press Tab have a temporary man advantage because of their respawners, so now they have about a 9v6. We see Spy going out and getting the double kill! AGB gets Waterson, Supreme Toad, and Aaron all in a row, gets the gun sap as well, and now MCM are in shambles. They're only 5 players up, trying to hold close wherever they can. Carson gets a solo force because of it, able to run out for free, and right now MCM doing whatever they can. They need kills, they need to get out, they need anything, but they can't get anything. The collapse is in, and they're going to lose everyone important on this backup. They're just 3 alive. And there's the capture in from Don't Press Tab.
The capture in, they all hop off carts simultaneously as you say that. They are going to cap this, of course, but it was really weird. Everyone was like, I want to go forward. No, I want to go forward. And work forward they will. Coming through choke here, Wish will be a cart bench, but Sophie Meister looking to deny that cart presence from the blue team. K-pop Bob, excuse me, I'm losing my words here right now. Jay going down to the sniper, Exile down on the other side of the teams, no defensive demo man.
We have to keep in mind here.
This cart push?
Yeah, we have to keep in mind here, 6 minutes. There's 6 minutes for Don't Press Tab to capture just this point ahead of them. They need to move this cart approximately 5-10 seconds forward of ×3 time, and they'll be victorious in this half. So that's all they need to do. MCM cannot make a single mistake here.
Yeah, trying to basically execute a perfect game. The Uber out from this blue team early on. It's still 65% for MCM. Trying to trap down Spawn, but AGB and Joey both down. Now Hyphen and Carson. This is all falling apart for the offense. Rogue staying alive so far, which has not been the tone of the game. MCM holding on valiantly. Just Jay in the fight before spawners start coming forward. It's 5 minutes to cap out these next couple of points. We thought that MCM had a terrible time, but Don't Press Tab, they're making it look equally as hard, or rather MCM making it look equally as hard to cap out this last point, cap out this point in particular. MCM holding on to it so far.
Yep, we're going to see both teams up on full rosters. Rogue going to have Uber, though. Hyper only 50%. Looks like they're trying to move some people into IT, trying to drive pressure, force this Uber if they can. And they're actually out over top just fine. We see MCM, they're Ubering into the opponent's choke, trying to wrap them around in main. This play needs to work out for them. Otherwise, they're trapped out of the cart. They need to be able to get kills here, but they can't get anything. They get completely shredded by everyone from the side of Don't Press Tab. That was a creative idea, trying to re-wrap them, but they just couldn't quite get in time. And that is the capture coming in for Don't Press Tab. The first round of Swiftwater goes in their favor here.
At some point, you expect the win con to be cap last, but I totally forgot. They just needed to cap 3 in a faster time, and that'll be MCM going up 1-0. Now, turning it over to Alto. I mentioned earlier I wanted your thoughts on that lower hold dropping down, and I do know Zag gave a good explanation of that, but what are your thoughts on that? Was it effective, and should they have done it more?
I'm in agreement with Zag that I think that lower, you want to be rotating to where they're pushing from. And that, the thing is that tunnel pushers are weird. Like, you can plan out how you want a tunnel push to go, and it'll almost never actually go like that. There's theory as to why tunnel pushes have been becoming, a lot more popular than in past seasons where it was just keep headbutting through apartments until eventually, someone's skull cracks. But, dropping down, especially because, as Zag said, BM was giving them such good information there that if you hear that there's 9 people going through tunnel, you say, all right, well, get close on tunnel. They have this awful choke they have to push through. We have a gun in high ground. We're playing low ground. We can pinch them from 5 different angles. They got a little bit lucky with that kill Sandblast got onto Hyphen. He had 99% Uber in tunnel. So if he doesn't get that, maybe that goes south earlier. But when you play aggressive like that, good things happen to you.
Yeah, it's still a good play.
Right. So yeah, them dropping down is fine. The issue is that they let AGB get a triple kill in upper. What was that? That was the sniper, the NG, and the pyro, maybe.
Yep.
And so when you lose all of those, you lose the gun. You don't really have much to fall back on there. It's because if you're doing the lower hold, he just killed all three people in upper. So instead of now being able to leverage the fact that you have multiple angles shooting in on them, you have height advantage. Suddenly that's all gone, and they just walk at you with better numbers because it's 9v6.
Yep, we have the logs on the screen here for you guys to see. Lenny AGB 29 and 27 kills. The pick classes of Don't Press Tab just decided to win this game by themselves. They got so many big plays there. 3 medic picks between the two of them. They just are killing everyone right now. We saw multiple 5+ Ks out of Don't Press Tab's players. Granted, you can say we gave them a lot more time where they were just rolling through their opponents. In terms of time, they definitely had a lot more fragging time than MCM did, so obviously the stats are going to be skewed in that way. But moreover, like more important than the stats here is the fact that MCM just don't look like they can contest right now with Don't Press Tab's overall power level. The players are getting outclassed. They're getting outcalled as a team in crucial situations. They're still playing the fundamentals fine. MCM do understand how to play Swiftwater. This is their map pick. They're doing it well. It's just anytime there's a situation where something coin flippy could happen, the coin lands on the side of Don't Press Tab.
I feel like that leaves it up to chance a little bit too much. I feel like
The
this half was
metaphorical
decided.
coin.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like this half was decided 3 minutes in when Soapy hacked into the mainframe and just deleted hyphen in the middle of 9 people in apartments and gave MCM a full Uber ad. And, you know, forgive me for questioning these teams, but isn't the point of the main, of like the tunnel push, supposed to be that it's better to take an exchange through there because you have a chance of winning it? They go upper, which I personally am not a fan of, still manage to just glitch into a medic drop, and then they could. I think you just push him through upper there. They don't have an Uber. You just tank your heavy up, have him walk forward. The pyro can't air blast him forever. You get people jump in through the window, take control, and you cap that, you know, in 3 minutes rather than in 7.
Yeah, the way that Don't Press Tab eventually did things, where they had players go through up top, you can say, you know, Spy gets a triple kill, whatever. If you send more people there, it'll be different people getting the triple kill and the people who are looking at tunnel, right? So it just feels like MCM, they have the fundamentals down, but Don't Press Tab is playing the map, even though it's their opponent's map, they're still just playing the map better at the crucial moments, where Don't Press Tab, their players are popping off, sure, the pick classes are going ham, it's fine. They're just much better at playing these rotations in the end. Like, getting the kills up top through second, both teams had a bit of a hard time pushing second, right? Most of this round, was played on Swiftwater second. We haven't seen anything from MCM that'll let us think that they actually can break Swiftwater second without something, you know, going wrong for Don't Press Tab.
Real quick, can we just talk about what Jay's been able to do tonight? We've seen him pop off in terms of killing the medic, but also his presence in team fights has been absurdly strong, no matter the map.
Yeah, he's managed to create an impact on any map, on any point, in any situation. And I mentioned that he's the player that probably should have the most fear attached to his name, and he's just only done more to prove that, you know, consistently managing to get big picks, to be a massive distraction, to get good damage in. He's not just playing like you know, one track bomb over and over again either. You know, he's jumping a lot, yeah, but he's getting behind. He's not just he's not doing the Muma where he whips someone and crashes into the enemy combo at Mach 7 and dies 2 times a minute. He's getting behind, he's living behind, and he's only going in to die when his team really needs him to. And more often than not, he's getting things that are making that death worth it.
While we're on the topic of Jay, I want to point out something that I saw him do multiple times that game, where we're saying he's not just a bomb bot, he's like a much more all-around soldier. I saw him marking Soapy on multiple occasions, where Soapy would try to bomb to a location for a pack to get in position for a collapse. He would bomb onto Soapy and mark him. Soapy had to just keep rocket jumping away. He couldn't actually set up fully to get in position for his plays, because Jay was just marking him down. You can't stay there, you're going to land it on my Jay. So he's really doing everything that Don't Press Tab needs for him to do. Even if he's not the highest on the scoreboard this time around, you know, that honor goes to the pick classes, he's still just playing phenomenally.
Okay, I want to go back to the predictions you guys made earlier. I was confident in my 2-0 for Don't Press Tab, but both of you were thinking that MCM could take 1, if not 2 rounds here. How are you feeling now?
I think that it's hard to tell for sure. Obviously, after that performance from Don't Press Tab, you know, I wouldn't say no to changing my prediction to a 2-0 for Don't Press Tab, but I think the start is gonna be a lot more impactful for this than anything else, where if we do see Don't Press Tab go on defense and hold for like 16 minutes through 3 or whatever they did, something crazy like that, then MCM, even if they still have like a good defense of their own, it just feels like it's not enough. I think starting at flipping the sides is going to be largely beneficial for MCM here.
Yeah, and I mean, well, I'll say this. I bet 2-1 MCM, specifically because there's not money on the line. And,
Fair.
That first half has done nothing to change my opinion. Granted,
That's
I did say in my prediction that the half that Don't Press Tab took was going to be dominant. Just I expected that they would have taken the first half already. But I mean, you'll see in matches tons of times a team will play really poorly in the first half and then be able to accurately identify what went wrong, and maybe they fix it, maybe they don't, maybe the cards fall the right way, you get the stab at the right time, and they're able to push quickly. I don't think that MCM's inability to cap second is necessarily predictive of the fact that they're just going to get steamrolling out.
Well, we will wait and see what happens in this next round, as crit traps have been established for MCM on this defense here for half number 2. Crit traps, are they really worth it? Yes or no?
It's damage padding. There's no point.
I think if you mandate your medic to give you crit traps, you are insecure on demo map.
True. You need to buff your DPM to not feel outclassed. The serious answer is they don't really do anything. Like, they have to clear them, sure. You go dead on one person, get a funny kill.
There's no downside.
Yeah, there's no downside. It's just not necessary. Either way,
Well,
Gates are
the
going to drop
doors-
here. We are
the doors have
championship
opened.
point right now, by the way, for Don't Press Tab. Championship
That's a great
point, if they
point.
take this half, they are champions of Season 9, so they're going to do everything in their power to make this one a good one.
Good point, but let's go back
Yeah.
to talking about the crit stickies. Clearly
True.
not as important.
Opening up with a pick onto Sophie Meister is not all that they needed. Jay will actually die, narrowly taking down a scout. AGP wants to cross, but that's a pretty standard first, if not a fast first. Like in what was it, a week or two ago, we saw like first get stalled out. I might have been casting with Jarrett, so apologies if that's the match I'm thinking of. But we saw first get stalled out on one round and things like that, just to slow down the offense.
That's a
AGP
fat
will
pick
find
for
Sophie.
AGB. Sophie doesn't have banner
That's a
now.
big one.
Yeah, so now
Yeah,
that
big-
Soldier
big
going to be on a 16-second spawn timer, needs to get back his banner all the way from the start again, so very good start for them. We see trading going on in the shutter, the Ubers get exchanged, and Marty goes down instantly. Johnny actually gets a flame kill onto Watson. Johnny's still in behind somehow. He's going to go up the ramp, finally going to get taken down, but taking down that sniper is really a big play by Johnny.
Yeah, I really like that play. Finding Watterson means that Lenny can peek for free, essentially, and we're seeing another low ground hold for MCM here, trying to make it work yet again, but this time it's just Exile and Rogue, and they don't have any frags in their advantage right now, as Don't Press Tab, they're going to be grouping up on the left side of this tunnel. Jay wants to work his way forward. He's taking some space in the side tunnel here, which is really making it a much safer spot here for Don't Press Tab. And Exile down, no defensive demo. They can do whatever they want now. And Watterson too!
Lenny with the SPS win is big. We see Don't Press Tab now with 8 players on the ground. It's just Johnny up top. Right now they have a chance to put some people out forward. They're going to lose Carson, Jay, and Adam, though. A good collapse in. They're going to AGB and Johnny as well. So
Big kill on Rogue!
MCM opting to go on the offensive, but unfortunately, yes, they lose Rogue. Johnny going to get in from up top. I mentioned at the start there, he was flanking from apartments, and he gets down there in time to get that collapse. Even though MCM had a good idea to go forward, everything gets flipped on its head just by Johnny. Yeah, now at this point, they're trying to get whatever they can here, stall the point, whatever. They did get Hyphen. BM with that backstab is going to give his team hope here on third, but overall, a very chaotic point that has ended in a Don't Press Tab victory.
I mean, I guess it's not too big to lose Supreme Toad there. Also, I do want to point out Lenny right now on the offense, peeking through that windowsill, trying to find a frag onto the combo. Supervisor's going to be trying to deny that. Has that Black Box Battalion's backup lineup going, as he gets good damage onto Lenny, down to 9 health, but can't find the frag. A couple of picks going in favor of the offense, but now it all collapses as they lose 3 to make that a 4 total dead for this offense. Although frags, they really haven't committed to a fight quite yet, but a lot of frags going on in the poke stage of this fight.
Yeah, that said, 85% Uber for Rogue, 55 for Hyphen, so MCM gonna be able to build up here just in time. That said, Don't Press Tab are in IT right now pressuring over the top. They have Devilman Scout looking out onto the balcony over here, getting some damage down. In the backline, the Soapy is doing damage,
Hyphen
and
dead!
Sandblast is gonna get the shots onto Hyphen. Wish and Joey going down as well. This has gone very well for MCM in every regard. They're gonna keep everyone alive except Soapy, and they're gonna be able to defend this with full Uber and a full gun here.
Yeah, I mean, the contrast we've seen already on this map is Rogue, as far as I know, staying alive much more than on map 1, which was Cascade. For people who have tuned in more recently, that map went 4-0 in favor of Don't Press Tab. Now on map number 2 here, half number 1 went in favor of Don't Press Tab. But Rogue staying alive more frequently, more often, for longer, means this ad still in favor of the defense, and Don't Press Tab, excuse me, kind of in a pickle about what to do.
Yeah, Joey's gonna get sniped on his entrance there. Gonna have to wait for that Devilman to be back up before they try to take any massive space. But yeah, for now they're just gonna be waiting for this Uber. Lenny gonna get taken out by Soapy. Good bomb up there, and he stays alive as well. So his banner should be almost built soon. That'll be big when it comes up. All the players will be up for Don't Press Tab here. They're on 80% Uber. AGB gets caught a bit in downtime. Not the best, but not the worst either. And now we're gonna see them look to set up. Where are Don't Press Tab gonna go? They find Hyphen Soapy with a 3K, a 2K plus of the gun, excuse me. But he finds those big picks in the back.
Big picks in the back, he just hits the winky face in chat. Exile now dead as well on the defense. Adam falling on the offense to BM, finding a nice stab there. Not too much presence on the cart, but losing Eerie, Exile, Sandblast means 3 down for the defense and only 1 down for the offense. This soldier, Jay, has the high ground, spamming down aggressively.
They gotta block
this.
this.
Now coming forward. They might be able to get this, but the Uber now out for the defense side.
We see Jay doing a ton of work up top from above their heads. Did a bunch of damage here and still going to look to do more. Lenny gonna get that snipe onto Soapy. Means he's not going to be there for post. Jay there finally picking off a kill, getting Sandblast. And now we see a reset coming through. Both meds on about 30%. Jay, another bomb onto the pack. He's such a nuisance right now for MCM. And there's the Spy decloaking on the cart. They can't get out in time. And the capture goes in favor of Don't Press Tab.
And somehow in that post as well, shout out to Jay. He's running, is that reserve shooter?
Yeah, he jumped on Exile's head and reserve shooted him.
that is the most, like, I'm Jay, I do what I want kind of play that I've seen so far tonight. Running reserve shooter is definitely a ballsy move. Here comes Jay once again. He goes
oh my god,
forward,
Soapy and Water and
Sandblast!
Sandblast!
He went on a 6K before finally dying there as Eerie, Supreme Toad and Eerie will gun him down
Spy though,
eventually.
BM, oh, he can't get the stab, he gets caught just in time, but the Uber is out for Rogue. 1 HP right now on Hyphen, he needs to heal up, and he is going to get denied for, so now Hyphen with full Uber advantage here for Don't Press Tab.
Jay is just too strong, I think. Like, I don't mean to just, you know, talk about Sixes players. He does go down there to Eerie, but he's made such a difference here tonight as the Uber now coming in for the offense. Hyphen kind of forced out there, looking to chase down Rogue. Will be the scout, but he can't quite get him in time, and we won't see anyone getting stuck in that shutter as we saw in previous matches. That was a terrible experience. Here comes Soapy jumping forward. We'll find Adam. And BM picking up the Wish there. This defense trying to hold on a little while longer.
BM just played phenomenally. BM stabbed Wish on the cart, then ran over and four-shot Hyphen with that revolver. Shout out to Soapy as well. Soapy and BM as a duo denied that cart from going up top of the hill, while Don't Press Tab had control of the opponent's ramp. So everything looked good for a Don't Press Tab capture, but Soapy and BM's plays allowed them to deny that cart and get their team back out in time.
Yeah, really good plays regarding the cart. Look at Hyphen's positioning right now. Sandblast is chasing forward. He will pick up 1. Now Jay will gun him down. Actually, it was
look at this hold.
Johnny from Cali picking up that. But we do have the banner coming forward. It's Bats back to the defense, playing very aggressively is Rogue. Don't really have too much of an opportunity to go forward here. That shutter door can't be open from the outside. Eerie instead opting to go onto the other side and picks up Adam. Oh, excuse me, that was Exile going on demo, picking up Adam. And this door opened, but they're not finding too much, so perhaps a wasted Bats backup, but Rogue and the rest of MCM happy to play forward here and continue this aggressive forward hold.
And not only are they playing forward, they have their sentry on forward as well. That said, we're going to see AGB run forward and get that stab onto Watterson before going down, so Sniper ad now in their favor. Rogue going to get forced outside of the shutter, and they're going to walk in as well, trying to find whatever they can. They get Hyphen, Sandblast with that scatter, going to take down that opposing medic at 96%. That's so sad for the side of Don't Press Tab here, but the cart is getting held. They're going to lose Marty to a reflect rocket from Johnny, so gets that pick out, but now it's about to collapse.
That reflect, I was watching that first person, I'm pretty sure that was just from downtown, and he had no business actually hitting that reflect. Exile picks up his 5th. onto AJB as Lenny continues to peek this long angle. Looking for a frag, will be BM'd shortly. But Johnny from Cali down. Here's the bomb coming forward from Swiftwater, not finding too much, but Joey Lemons is down, as is Carson. Sandblast dying on the defense means no flank in order for MCM, but so many down in the combo of don't press tab, but they have to regroup here. And 3 points and 5 away is a pretty good pace, but they've certainly been slowed down here on this next point.
Yeah, we did see the sentry gun go down for Aaron. He's in the process of building it back up. It is level 2, and he's going to retreat it back to the standard position. Not going to let that one get destroyed before he can finish it up. So now we see AGB getting that stab onto Waterson. Another big opening as the gun is built, but it will go down as fast as it got built. Now don't press tab, looking to pressure forward. They only have 80% Uber to Rogue's 100%, so they need to build this one up just a little bit more. There's Jay going over the top, helps get that force. Now MCM trying to get whatever kills they can on the front lines. Marty going to drop to a sniper in the meantime as Adam and Jay go down. The counter is out though for Hyphen. He has it just in time, and now Exile out in the open by himself, gonna go down, and MCM don't have anything left to hold this point. They're gonna end up retreating back to last, but that was a very, very long and prosperous fourth hold for MCM.
Absolutely, that was the best MCM could hope for there. It's going to be 4 points in 8:59, which is not terrible. Like, you know, sub 10 is definitely manageable for don't press tab to hold on defense. We've seen some pretty... honestly, we've seen both very short times on this map and very long times on this map just in playoffs this season. So, you know, I'm expecting a sub 10 here for Don't Press Tab, which isn't great, and I'm sure they want faster, but it is certainly holdable and winnable for Don't Press Tab if they're able to get that done. Aaron going down means no defensive engineer, though.
Yeah, and the gun gets instantly sticky down from Joey, so they're going to lose that gun right away. Rogue going to have Uber up just second. They're going to lose Eerie and Sophie. Those are a lot of big deaths for the defensive side. Those are two prime card-denying classes, and now the Uber gets forced out as a return. They're going to drop down onto card to try and clear it out. Jay is right here, the distraction. He is going to go down, though. Carson going to go down as well, but there's AGB. Finds that stab onto Rogue in the post Uber. That's amazing for the side of Don't Press Tab, but Hyphen gets flamed down by Marty, so both meds getting put on respawn timers at the same time here. Johnny now going to try and push the cart forward a little bit as the gun is a mini sentry now. Aaron opting to go onto that less powerful variant here. Not time to build up level 3 as both teams are going to regroup.
Honestly, the biggest frag there overall was Joey Lemons dying late. Don't Press Tab could have regrouped a lot sooner and pushed forward. They're still going to attempt to push forward here as Carson is trying to harass this heavy a little bit before backing off, but if Joey hadn't died, he would still have that positioning to be able to come through, and now, I mean, it's like 10 seconds, so that's not the biggest deal, but still, you want to have that efficiency at top level of invite, and Joey dying late in that fight wasn't too great to see. Waterson down early, Lenny trading out these no snipers on the field, but Hyphen is dead as Sandblast is able to just bot on in. Carson could be going for a cart play here, but gets deleted by Sophie Meister. Excuse me, by Exile actually, had the stickies, but Jay dying to Sophie on the other side of things. It's a failed push for Don't Press Tab.
Look at the spot! That was so clever right there from AGB. He disguised as the heavy and went to the traffic light to try and get behind Hyphen, or behind Rogue. Just didn't work out there. I love that creativity. Unfortunate for him, but yeah. We did see Hyphen go down at the end there, so MCM been granted their free reset. Rogue up on 100% Uber here. They have all 9 players up. That said, Sophie getting taken down on the flank by Jay, so good opener. And Lenny winning that SVS means there's a lot of room to work forward.
This is big. They do lose a couple here as Wish and AGB both going down, but no sniper for the defense and no soldier. That's a little less spam going the way of the offense. Adam dead means no heavy. Not a great player to lose here for Don't Press Tab.
Jay's going for the force here. He gets reflected.
You hate to see it as Jay will go down now to Sophie Meister. They're not able to find too much here on the side of Don't Press Tab. You'd expect them to be able to try to just bully their way through, and at such a high level, maybe the DM fight to win it, but Don't Press Tab trying to find a bit more of a methodical entrance. Now these Ubers about to be even.
Yep, Johnny goes down there to a snipe, so they're going to have to get some spawners up. Jay as well getting stabbed by BM there, so there is some time for MCM to kind of revel in their hold. It's a full Uber versus full Uber exchange going to be coming here. Don't Press Tab right now trying to go through the right side. If there's a sniper watching, they will make it through that sightline just in time, as it looks like Don't Press Tab want to force through this defensive left side with Uber.
Yeah, they will be trying to get forward here. The Uber out from the defense as well. It's going to be a bit of a better Uber as a couple people feed into the defense here. Trying to work their way forward will be the blue team, but they can't find too much after dropping so many players. And I think it's going to be another reset here. Also, quick shout out to Banny, big raid here coming in. Welcome to the RGL Highlander Grand Finals. We are in map number 2, half number 2. Don't Press Tab is trying to cap this one out, so far being stuffed by MCM on this last point.
Yeah, and Rogue going to be up on that 55% Uber to Hyphen's 55, so they will have just in time for the defense as we are into a pause here. Phenomenal. I'm so glad we're into a pause right here, but
I should have saved what I was going to say. Gosh darn it. Like, I had the words already, and then, of course, we pause afterwards. But I guess while we're in this pause, Zag also analyze what the heck is going on here for people who are just tuning in.
MCM's shaping up, and they're finally, they're not playing sloppy anymore. We're not seeing them drop players consistently, when in 9v9 situations, one person is just overextending. I don't know if it's just a mental lapse or, getting greedy, going for some kind of pick. They're playing back. They're staying alive. They're letting BM, just absolutely farm behind. They're giving him tons of distractions. He's giving them tons of comms back. Rogue is staying alive. And I mean, Watterson has been on defense, and he's getting outscored by Lenny on offense, which normally is not what you see when it comes to Swiftwater snipers because of how defense favored it is. But it doesn't even matter. They don't need him to do well because they're playing the defenses right. They're not letting AGB get in and get anything off of them. She's been completely neutralized this entire time. And they're just playing well. There's not too much else to say than pretty much everyone is playing well.
Yeah, and another big shout out to BM. They're sitting at the top of the scoreboard for his team besides the medic at 39 points. Come in comparison, AGB sitting down there at 19. So BM definitely having his pop-off half. Yeah, BM doing a great job here, helping MCM keep their pick advantage. They always have a favorable fight going in at the end. So right now, this time, I'm not sure what it's going to be. We were 9 through 4. We're probably at about 12 minutes now soon, right? Like a 12-minute defense for MCM.
Yeah,
which is very good.
Certainly, that's very good for MCM. We've seen in the past couple of matches, sorry, my mic just went away from me there, but in the past couple of matches, we've seen MCM being in a position of having a extremely fast time and extremely slow time. MCM's I mentioned earlier, been very inconsistent, but right now they are putting on a defense against the number one seeded team. I mean, 9 minutes through 4 is nothing to scoff at, and they've been holding this last point for a fair bit as well.
Yeah, and I mentioned at the half that I think that when the sides swap and MCM gets to defend first, I really think that that's beneficial for them because they very clearly showed that they had what it takes to do a good defense last round. Problem is they didn't have enough time to do it because their offensive time was so bad, right? So if you're gonna come onto defense here first, get that good time you can get, all of a sudden your mindset and you're feeling a lot better going into your offense. You're like, okay, we know what we have to do. We know we've given ourselves a lot of wiggle room here, so we just need to do the bare minimum and get through this and get that round on the board here. So MCM, step 1 of the plan is good. They have a very good defense here. They're going to try to squeeze every last second they can out of it, but the real test is going to come next round, rather.
Something I think is important to remember, too, is that MCM's third hold last half was going extremely well until 9-man had a brain fart and Ubered out of IT. Which, granted, they were probably doing because of how much pressure they had to not lose third, and they wanted to try to use that ad to pick off Hyphen, which very rarely goes well when you make those kinds of pushes, especially when you're kind of the underdog and you're not just rolling over them with DM. But yeah, like their defense has been extremely solid. They got I think they got 2 minutes on second, they got 3 minutes on third, and they got 4 minutes on fourth so far.
Yeah, they're already around 3 minutes through last, so maybe they get all the way through 5 minutes. If we assume that the pause we're going through right now was a post round pause, then they get at least another minute and a half off the board. Obviously, that's just speculation, but they've been doing a very good job here so far.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Zach.
All right, I was going to say, because it's pretty common not to spoil anything. Not that we know, but you often see pauses and stopwatch in between halves. So we think about it. We were thinking about it. Zag had mentioned about a 12-minute time right when the pause started. I don't remember where the clock had been exactly we see the unpause coming through, but yeah, we're likely looking at a 12 to 13-minute time at least.
Yeah, and the battalion's back hasn't popped out here for the defense. They're going to look forward to getting some kills on the cart here. Fortunately for the side of Don't Press Tab, Hyphen was not caught up in the chaos this time. Has gotten out with his life and a full Uber charge, so that was a decent attempt for the side of MCM, and they're going to keep their Uber here. This next fight is going to pop off with full Ubers and full rosters.
Honestly, I for some reason had it in my mind that Rogue had popped there, and so it was going to be a big Uber ad for Don't Press Tab, but it is in fact even, and so who can find the first force is going to be big. I'm looking for Jay. If Jay can find an opening here, or AGB, anyone. AGB is
There's AGB's opening.
So no defensive heavy. Good pressure on the point. We're out for the defense and the offense. Offense popping that first. Coming in. It's Hyphen kind of isolated on point, but so many frags going in favor of this offense. They're getting good point presence. They're actually going to be able to cap this out. Here comes a hero play coming in from Screamtoad, but he won't get it. That's going to be 5 points in 13:51, and we will be going on to see the MCM offense. That is certainly not the time one would expect from a Don't Press Tab offense.
But it's exactly what you needed if you're MCM. Get that defensive start, get that 14-minute defense that you know you're capable of, and give yourself a lot of wiggle room going forward. Now, keep in mind, their first half offense was not good at all. They got stuck on second for a very long time, got stuck on third for a long time, and didn't even capture fourth. So, for MCM right now, this is where your season culminates. You've given yourself a good chance here. You need to show improvement where it matters. If you're able to push this entire map in 14 minutes, give or take 10 seconds, and extend this, you'll give yourself a lifeline in this grand finals. Otherwise, Don't Press Tab are crowned your Season 9 Invite champions.
Yeah, it's really all on the line right now for MCM. They need not only to take this, but they need to take this and then take another half on Swiftwater. And Don't Press Tab, they looked really clean on map number 1. I think, honestly, based on that time, 13:51, I've seen MCM do a lot better than that in the last couple of playoff matches. So perhaps they have a shot here. Only time will tell as we open up the gates here. Again, Don't Press Tab took map number 1. That was Cascade 4-0. Now up 1-0 against MCM in half number 2. MCM just set, Don't Press Tab, excuse me, just set a 13:45 time approximately. And open the gates here, trying to find some frags early on. Just feeding a couple as normal. So it should be a pretty standard opening here.
There's a
for
sticky
MCM.
trap on the cart here that could get Summit. It's the mini instead, so not going to stall that cart time at all. There's Eerie going down early. All these kills don't matter too much as long as no key members go down like the medic. So yeah, everyone's sacking in, patting some damage, getting some frags. Cart getting pushed. It's a ×2 right now, so someone get that snipe. There's a lot of snipes out actually. Lenny getting 2 big kills, so Wish cleaning up a bit on the front as well. They're actually going to contest Cart here with the spy dropping down off his perch. AGB stops Sandblast there, so with no scout, the Cart is actually delayed quite a bit here. They're going to lose like 10 seconds on this.
Yeah, at this point as well, 10 seconds is, like, that's a significant amount when you're in such an important match at a such important stage as well for MCM on offense. You can't be affording to lose 10 seconds. You want to have the fastest time possible so you can afford to make mistakes later. Because being realistic, every team's going to make mistakes at some point, and Swiftwater is a map where a lot of mistakes can be made. We're now at Uber actually out for the blue team. They're coming through apartments here. Not finding too much. They'll get the dispenser. Sophie dying somewhere else. Not finding too much of anything other than the exchange. Kind of a bad Uber from MCM.
It's pretty normal actually. So what you do there is you trade. You just try to get the Uber out from the defense, right? So you get the Uber out, you lose as little players as you can, and you try to just reset and maybe look to go tunnel or dry push through Shutter if you think you can win those fights. Trading equally there, they kept the same amount of players alive, they were fine. So this is all according to plan so far. Cart's going to get out of the tunnel because of the distraction, so right now this is where second really starts once the Uber trade is going. And Rogue has been building a lot better than Hyphen actually. Rogue is about 15% up.
Yeah, that Uber is likely going to come into play here. I'm expecting an aggressive MCM push unless they don't know. If they don't know, it's a problem. Here comes the push. It's onto a Pyro early. Demo and Soldier going to be looking somewhere else. It looks like Lenny and Hyden both down, though. That's no medic now for the defense. Windows wants to install an update for me, so I'm going to turn it over to you before I crash.
Yeah, that said, we see Exile getting stabbed out, so no demo man for the side of MCM here. They have the medic advantage, but they do not have numbers advantage, so they're gonna have to wait to get those spawners up. Rogue finally charging again after he left the apartment, so things looking good for MCM now. The exchange worked out in the end, they get the advantage here, and now they're going to get their players alive, get them overhealed, and get this point captured sooner rather than later. Looks like now we're going to have people on cart. Sandblast gets killed on his push, so he will be dying there. But Joey gets stabbed by VM, so no defensive. Doman's big. Now we see MCM funneling through the upper shutter. They have players up. Sophie going to go down, though. They're going to get Johnny and the dispenser, though. That's a big pick from Eerie, ironically. And then he's going to go down at the end there to Carson. Carson at 4 HP. That's big. He's going to be able to rebuild his gun. All at 4 HP is all he needs to do that. So they're going to be able to defend here. Rogue now on 80% to Hyphen's 40, so the advantage has grown. MCM's push will be able to pop off here in just a short while.
That was such...
Yeah, I'm expecting Oh, I'm
if you're back,
here.
go for it.
I stopped Windows from updating here, but we have the Uber coming in from MCM as they look to find some damage onto the Pyro. They can't really find the medic because Hyphen is somewhere completely different from what they expect. Johnny from Cali going down. That's a Pyro dead, but not too much. Oh, but oh my god! Hyphen just got deleted by Sophie. I really hope that was uncast.
Yeah, that said, we see Hyphen, his death, yeah, to Soapy rather, is going to be really big for MCM. That initial Uber advantage they had was not enough to take the second point. They're going to have to go again, but that pick from Soapy is going to let them have another chance with the same constraints going forward. You're at an Uber advantage, you have the players, you have the space to move forward. MCM, this is your chance to get the second capture, and Watterson opening things up with a snipe onto Lenny is very big.
Very big. I'm seeing a couple of frags, I'm seeing a couple of frags going in favor of this defense right now as 5 will fall. The most recent respawner. Carson is setting up his gun in spawn right now, so that's not a threat for the offense if they are able to push cart. Right now, based on positioning and whatnot, there is no chance for this MCM offense to really get to that cart with 9 seconds remaining. Maybe Exile, Sandblast, Rogue, the combo can make a push forward, and they're going to pop out this Uber. It's only 60% for Don't Press Tab. Getting not too much damage in. Lenny and HB both dead. Actually, some damage coming forward now as Carson is about 20 health. Adam is down. Jay is down as well.
Look at the flank, though. We see people running up through.
On the other side.
Yeah, Wish and Johnny got a bunch of kills on the back end. Wish on a 5k off of that one, and the collapse in was fantastic for the side of Don't Press Tab. Right now we see MCM, they do get the card collapse and they do get the capture with their spawners, so they will get this one up in time. However, Hyphen's going to have massive Uber advantage, and they will have the first chance to defend on third here. Soapy isn't fast enough, they're going to get on the defense right away. That said though, BM stabbing Adam, that's really big here. No defensive heavy at all. Jay as well going down to Erie, and the push now has gone through in time because of that stab.
Exactly, that push coming through is going to be pretty big. They're getting close to capping out this card. The Uber actually out from the defense as Hyphen was perhaps in a bit of trouble trying to find as many frags as possible will be Joey as he picks up 2. Wish coming in for his 3k before going down himself. Exile dead, and that is only 3 alive. Sandblast with 4 health on the side of MCM's offense, and they're losing even more here. Lenny and Wish only the 2 only casualties for this Don't Press Tab. I'm losing my words here.
He decloaks on the cart, stabs Adam in the side, and then gets the capture. That is an amazing play for BM to give his team that point. The spawns now for Don't Press Tab move all the way back to 4th. They have to regroup and reset here. Even though they have an Uber ad, they lose that point for no reason.
Yeah, they really should not have lost that. Here's the spy. HB misses his first step and finds his second onto Sophie. HB and Adam both going down, though. Now Aaron falling on the offense. It's a couple of frags from both sides. Not too important quite yet. That cart not in a position where it's too close to the cap just yet. But, losing that heavy, he has to take a little while to come back. And MCM posting up in garage here. They're actually going to find Joey Lemon, so no defensive demo man. This is an opportunity for MCM.
Yeah, and Watterson doubles up. Another frag onto Wish means that Scout can't chase. They're losing 2 crucial Highlander classes now. This Uber is going in immediately for MCM with those 2 classes. Now Johnny gets a solo onto him, trying to push this team back. It's Johnny onto the medic. Oh, can't get the revolver shot in time. Johnny's trying to chase, but Rogue gonna get back to spawn and Banny Bind to reset. That was so close to being a medic pick for the side of Don't Press Tab, where they pyro spy Uber, but instead they're not able to get it. They're gonna collapse on cart instead, but they're losing players fast.
I'm looking for Watterson to make a big play here. He's looking for the medic. Oh, he can't quite find him. Lenny is dead, though, after finding a couple for himself. Watterson will find the 5th onto Lenny. That's a couple of dead players for Don't Press Tab. And now Watterson finding one more into the Demo Man. Watterson is on a 6k right now, and he wants to keep going. MCM needs to take this. Here comes Jay Hunpei looking for the play on the Sandblast. Can't quite pick him up. HB also down. Watterson now is the casualty for MCM. Means no offensive sniper. Lenny has an opportunity here. He just has to take it.
Yeah, and MCM have the numbers advantage, they have the positional advantage, and they're gonna get people on over the top. They got a lot of damage in, and the cart almost hits the top, but not quite. Wish gonna die though, Exile sticking him down. Exile's the only one left. They're trying to get more people on the cart, but they're gonna have to get off. They don't have anyone agile enough to stay on. You have the fist heavy now, Erie trying to stay on it. Needs some arrow from
so
Hype. He needs arrows from Rogue to stay alive.
Stop it! Jay, stop it! Oh,
he can't stop it in
Jay.
time. And that's MCM capturing the 4th point there in... Let's see, they have 6 minutes left to cap last, which means that was an 8-minute push through 4. That's very good for them. They have such a good chance here to take us to another half. All they need to do is capture 1 more point.
One more point, and it is theirs. MCM looking to take this one. Don't press tab in a tough situation. You know, 5:30 to hold last. Not unheard of, but certainly difficult. Here comes the push. Likely, as Uber is 100% for MCM. They want to take it through the side area. It looks like it's going to be on Exile. Uber popped out, and now HB kind of just running through it, looking for the gun early on. Lenny, Carson, and Hyphen all dead. BM finding a nice snap on the medic. And this push looking good for the side of MCM right now. Only Adam alive and 4 health. It's a full team wipe. MCM coming back into this one. Will take half number 2. MCM tying it up 1-1.
Yeah, they take that half, and with that, they're tying us up here. Extending this grand finals, we see don't press tab. They don't get their sweep of grand finals. They lose at least one round here, and they still have a chance to make it a 2-0 on map score, but MCM are very much alive in this match so far.
So, Godfather, how do you feel about your prediction of don't press tab not going to
You
take
know what? I was hoping, and you heard me in pregame, I was hoping for an MCM comeback. I thought MCM would be able to take this to the distance, and I mentioned that when I was making my prediction, but I want it to be unique, you know? You guys are making these 2-0, these 2-1 predictions. I wanted to say don't press tab, able to take it. But
if you wanted to be unique, you could have called 2-0 for MCM.
Yeah, 2-0 MCM. You could have gone that way, but
well,
do you not have faith?
I'm
You didn't have
not
faith in them.
Stupid. I'm not stupid.
What? 2-0
You
for
know.
MCM is stupid? Alright, whatever.
All right,
Either way.
Don't
At
look up
this
before you
point,
go to bed
after
tonight. You might
watching
see
a
Soapy up
4-0,
in
you
the
have to
sky.
understand why I think that.
Yeah,
No,
I'm just
rising on you after
You're
that. But
good, you're good.
that was such a well played half from MCM, led I think mainly by BM. You honestly, someone should. I'm gonna call out Ryuk right here, Video Ryuk, and ask him to get that BM spy pov on this map and just upload that as like textbook of what you should be doing on spy. It felt like he was always in the right spot at the right time, getting not always those, oh my god, he dropped the mid in the middle of 9 people type of plays, but just like, he went for the easy frags that were taking out a heavy when he was distracted on cart, killing cart pushers, getting in, getting cart time, consistently in the right spot in the right time. In the first half, there was one moment where it was when MCM was pushing third and they had the cart almost capped, that BM could have just decloaked on cart, and either maybe he gets it in, it was pixels away, maybe he doesn't, but he resets the timer, didn't go for it, instead tried to go for a med drop and missed it. That I wanted to kind of just like, that it was kind of bugging me, because at that point, you know, you probably want to go for keeping the cart there rather than the big flashy play. And this time he didn't continue to do that. He went for what his team needed him to do. And he was, I had mentioned before, he was likely giving them really good comms, and everyone else on NCM just, you know, stepped up and followed him in suit.
Yeah, and BM's kill spread there, he had 4 medics, 5 snipers, 7 heavies. Like, that's tons of amazing picks that'll help your team get this offense off in time. MCM there, equaling us up, and with the logs as well. Sandblast and Wish actually on payload scouts, top fragging, so very good for them. As well, Waterson, a big step up right now, out-fragging Lenny, actually. He did lose SVS 4-6, but it's close enough that it doesn't really matter. A ton of frags, a ton of pressure. BM and AGB were actually next in the frags, so 2 scouts, 2 snipers, 2 spies, top 6 players of that round.
Yeah, just again, excellently played. I don't think we have the logs up, and we're actually going to start pretty soon, so not too much time to talk about that. But I want to ask the question, because it might be one of the only times we have. What does Don't Press Tab need to do to come back and pull this dub?
They need to play cleaner. They played real sloppy that round. I think you guys might agree with me there.
I find it difficult to push 14 minutes on Swiftwater if you're not playing sloppy.
Yeah, exactly that. You figured it out. You know what I'm saying.
I want to be completely honest again. I feel like with Don't Press Tab on the defense here first, I feel like that's a really massive advantage. I feel like the team that's defending first is always able to set a really good time. They never really are getting steamrolled. They're getting good holds. They're playing the map fundamentally well on defense. When the onus is on the offense to make a play, it gets a lot harder for them to actually make up the time that the enemy team can set on defense, where you feel like all of a sudden the fundamentals that you know on offense are just outclassed by the ones that we've learned on defense, where if the defensive team is rotating well on Swiftwater, you're really hard-pressed to find openings. So you need big pop-off plays, you need consistently to snowball points over, and that's just a lot harder than the defense's job here. So I feel like even though the momentum's in MCM's favor, they have to be really careful that they don't get stopped on second or stopped on third here for a prolonged period of time and lose their edge.
Absolutely, I agree.
We saw that MCM's pretty much only hiccup was pushing second. You know, it took them 5 minutes or so to get second, and the rest of the points went by relatively quickly. So if they can keep whatever mojo they've got going, get second quickly, I think they can put themselves in a really good position to force us to map 3.
Yep, gates have dropped.
Yeah, gates have dropped, and Wish is the first to fall here in this round. Waterson finding an opening pick, but this gun is able to pick up one onto Sophie and Aaron Town as well. It's a pretty standard first, as MCM is trying to set a clean time here on to don't press tab, and losing defensive demo. Maybe. Oh wait.
He finds the drop onto Hyphen on the back out. He gets that med pick. That is amazing for the side of MCM. That's exactly what they need here. They'll be able to snowball into a second and get an Uber push for basically free here. Capture about to go off. We want to see what they do here. Do they opt to go apartments, or they just want to go straight main? With this ad, you often just go straight main and try and just force out instantly. Looks like that's what they want to try and do here.
Yeah, Uber coming in, Rogue popping pretty early, looking for some pressure in the apartments area will be the Soldier as well as the Heavy, but this Eerie Heavy is not in a good position. They're losing that fight, and only 2 down here from the defense. Now Lenny falling as well. Waterson finding a nice frag. Here is the aggression through main once again. Johnny is going to drop down. Supreme Toad looking for some damage, but he's getting gunned down by the Heavy instead. Sandblast dead, Exile dead, HP is the only casualty on the other side of things. And this is going to be a hole for Don't Press Tab.
MCM rushed things a bit too much. You have that full Uber ad. It's not like you're going to lose it. Yeah, Rogue's dead. It's not like you're going to lose that Uber ad instantly. You have a good 30 seconds to set up and make things work. They went for that push while the cart was still way back in the S-bend. They were not even close to being in position to get people forward. Their push from apartments was disjointed. Eerie went down early. They then lost players to the Heavy up top. It was just way too fast. They had more time. They got caught up in the moment there, and unfortunately they lost their advantage.
Yeah, now big advantage in favor of Don't Press Tab on defense, as they set up in, I almost said tiles, what is this, upward? Sorry, in apartments, in that, on that high ground, they have that gun right in the middle. Wish dead, no defensive scout, not the biggest problem as Sandblast is traded out. So, you know, 8v8 situation right now, but certainly a faster respawn for the offense. Adam dead, Exile dead on the other side of things. A Heavy for an edgy, or excuse me, a Heavy for a demo as well as the Heavy. Looking better for defense as far as I can see.
Yeah, that's fine for MCM. They're just trying to build Uber on Rogue. They didn't lose him, so they're just going to get this one up fully. 100% is what they're looking for. Waterson peeking through main, and now that they have all their players up, they're going to look to go in just a second here. They get the snap onto Lenny too. Waterson finds his SBS.
Yeah, it's going to be an Uber out early from MCM as they try to push around this car. Uber not yet popped by the defense. I don't even know if they know about it yet. Now they do, and they are dropping down, trying to spam out this car pretty successfully so far. They only lose 3 on the defense. Adam in a bit of trouble, looking for some heals right now. We'll find some as well. Adam now dead, actually, picked off by the Spy. PM finding a kill. But Rogue is dead to Jay once again. That playmaker coming in clutch here for the defense of Don't Press Tab.
Things were looking good for just a second for MCM there. We saw Heavy got stuck eating a sandwich in upper, and unfortunately his back was just a little too exposed. He got 51%ed on that stab, and they had room, but unfortunately for MCM, that bomb by Jay got their medic killed. But now the spawns are faster for that offense. They're going to be able to move forward here. They have control of apartments. They're getting forward. Level 2 gun gets built up by Carson just in time, and he gets healed too. So now they have some room to work with on this defense here. MCM are all-inning though. Everyone's on the cart. It does get picked up right now by Jay. He gets killed as well. Wish on a 6K gets Aaron off of that cart, and we will now see the defense hold strong for Don't Press Tab.
Yeah, I'm like both surprised and not surprised they were able to hold this. Don't Press Tab definitely the stronger team, but MCM with the positioning and the cart presence. Here comes Soapy Meister going in. Picks up Lenny, picked up Soapy Meister as well. Or, my god, I'm losing my words. Picks off Joey Lemons as well. Demo down for the defense, and working their way forward will be MCM.
And in the meantime, BM got the spy cap there once again, right over someone's nose actually. So with that capture, MCM have given themselves the second point. They're looking to move forward here. It's even Ubers for both teams. Carson did die late, so there's no sentry gun built up for the defense quite yet. MCM right now, they're healing up, they're buffing up, and it looks like they want to go into the apartments and then to Red Room. Or IT, excuse me.
Yeah, working the way forward here will be the goal of MCM. Have that sniper pick set up. That's Waterson looking for some frags. Not finding too many early on here. Rogue in a position where they want to use Exile, just not sure about when to pop it out. Now coming forward to take down this heavy. Adam dead early on. AGB falling, no spy for the defense. That's 2 down early on. Uber now out. They'll pick off the Pyro on the offense. Wish dead and not finding too much except Exile. No demo now for the offense. Is this falling apart or no?
They got kills onto Joey and Carson, though, and they got another one onto Jay. It's a lot of frags for both sides, but the position advantage is in favor of MCM, and they end that fight on the cart, which is big. Watson as well getting an ending snipe onto Lenny means that MCM get their snowball. They get 3rd point instantly, first go, and now we're going to see them push forward onto 4th here. Looks like they're trying to catch out the scout in open ground here. They are going to get him in just second. That flare, crucial by Marty there, takes down Wish, and Johnny goes down as well, and the Pyro means no one can reflect all the spam coming out from Exile.
Jay is doing a great job though, denying Soapy Meister as he jumps onto the backline. BM somehow stabs out Lenny, who I thought was aware of him, but apparently not, so no defensive sniper in play right now for Don't Press Tab. Adam dead as well, needs no heavy. Couple of frags now in favor of MCM. They continue to look to push on forward. Carson will find BM though with the gun.
Don't Press Tab have walked out left here. They're trying to go into the backyard, but they're getting popped Uber into. Hyphen is 40 HP, 95%. He needs to get this Uber, but he goes down! He goes down to the rocket from Soapy Meister, and that snowball through 4th is complete for MCM here, and they keep their medic alive as well. Everything's going flawlessly for MCM here, as they're gonna have Uber ad and player ad for this push. If they slow things down, get this Uber, their time is gonna be phenomenal.
Could this be the MCM comeback as they approach this last point? 4 points in 6:03 right now with 10:02 on the clock. They lose a couple on the
shot the
defensive
hell out of
side.
Lenny.
Oh my goodness. Sembless going down means no ×2 anymore, but such good point presence so far.
The card is nearly to the edge. He got that almost to the pit, so Sandblast will gladly die for that one. And Waterson with his SPS advantage picks off Carson instantly. Sticky's on the gun, dead that one instantly. Carson's gun goes down. MCM now on 80% Uber. Wish gets sniped by Waterson. Everyone's getting frags here for MCM. They're at 85%. The cart's almost there. This is what they need. This is their chance to make this one a knockout punch.
Yeah, they really want to cap this one out right now. It's a tough hold here for Don't Press Tab. Here comes Sandblast getting good presence on the card. The Uber is out for the blue team. Coming in behind. Getting Hyphen down is a big pick for Supreme Toad. A couple of falls, a couple of deaths on the side of the defense, but even more on the offense as Rogan's dead. Is there anyone who can touch right now as the Soldier's able to gun down Eerie? And that is a full wipe almost. Sandblast the only one looking to touch right now. Can he get the presence?
So
that
close.
Is effectively a full wipe out of MCM, but such good time on the clock from them thus far. Don't Press Tab in a tough situation right now.
MVP of that fight was the level 1 that Carson got up just in time. It got so much cleanup, and it actually stopped MCM's players from getting onto the cart. It was knocking back their heavy, it was knocking back their NG, so that level 1 actually denied all of the space that they needed. So with that, Don't Press Tab get their much needed reset, and now they're going to be able to push or hold this defense here. Even Ubers with the opposing medic right now for Hyphen. They're going to get their players up. They need spawners though. They're down a lot of players from that push. Sandblast Soapy popped off there, and now they're going to stack cart. They're trying to collapse on instantly, and there you go. That's when you lose the players. You get collapsed on right then and there. 8 minutes through 5 for MCM. Fantastic push. Remember how I said at the very start of this, the Swiftwater Classic is 2 15-minute rounds and then a stomp?
Well, we do have a stomp now with 8:03 on the clock for MCM's push. Now the question is, can they hold it that long? They're opting for the crit traps at the start, but you know how we feel about those so far. Alto, do you think it's possible for Don't Press Tab to take this one home?
Possible, definitely. What I just wanted to say is that 8 minutes is such a great time for like a third half because it's so middling, right? It's not like it's an 11-minute time and we're like, oh yeah, well,
it's all right.
they're probably gonna push it, or a 5-minute time and it's like, all right, if they mess up one Uber, it's over. No, this is perfect because I mean you can realistically cap 3rd, 4th, and 5th in like what, 3 minutes if you're going quickly, even less maybe. So you know, Don't Press Tab will not be out of this until they're out of this. But at the same time, you know, I feel like this is just, you know, on a knife's edge right now.
Yeah, what we're going to be looking for going forward is the 2nd to 3rd snowball. What we saw there from MCM is they got 2nd, 3rd, and then 4th all in one shot. They did it perfectly. They got all the picks they needed, and they were able to minimize their time on those 3 hardest to push points. So now, Don't Press Tab to do something similar. If they get stalled on just one of those points, the time is going to stretch.
Oh, Early death onto Joey, you know, it's okay to drop a couple early on first point especially. It's a bit of a throwaway as they drop 2 actually. But you want to be finding frags on the other side. Something maybe overextending here will go down. No defensive soldier now. But, you know, 3 for 1 solves the point a little bit. Maybe the cart's up the hill though, and the Scout Wish will continue to work his way forward.
Yep, and the cart did get stalled for a decent amount of time, and right now Eerie and Exile actually walking out to try and stop that one. Lenny's dead, so they're allowed to do that. They're not going to get sniped for that. So, yeah, Cart got stalled a decent amount of time, and Carson loses his mini and his life there, so Cart's still not moving. That same 10 seconds that MCM lost looks like it's going to get lost by Don't Press Tab here.
Yeah, big to find that early on here, just to give yourself as much leeway as possible on the defense. It's going to be a situation where you have 4.7 minutes here for Don't Press Tab.
Here's the exchange through apartments, Pyro going forward, trying to find thing. He actually gets Waterston, and they get Marty as well. Marty got unflashed. That's really big. They lost a lot of players on the defense here. Wish gonna go down though, so numbers advantage is traded back in favor of MCM. They'll be able to get the spawners in, but that's just the standard Uber trade going forward. Now Don't Press Tab, buffing some players up. Looks like they want to send their heavy alone through upper, and everyone else goes through lower.
Yeah, it's not going to amount to much, though, here for Don't Press Tab or MCM not exchanging players.
AGB got quick scoped on the medic. That was crucial for Waterston.
Good play there, I guess. Sophie is playing the low ground, trying to spam out this tunnel as best he can, but Jay and the Heavy working their way forward. They'll pick up Rogue, and that is a medic down for MCM here, and it's kind of all falling apart, actually, for the opposite side, as the side of Don't Press Tab will lose a couple. Waterston now down as well.
It's the side tunnel pressure, though. We had Lenny and Joey Lemons going side tunnel, and they got the snipe on Waterston. They got the sentry gun. Luckily, they do get the collapse in. Exile gets a 2K onto Joey and AGB. Banner also by Soapy gets popped up, and he will actually keep his life due to that banner. He will finally strafe in front of Lenny and go down to that body shot. So, but that bought his team a lot of time to get spawners. They need to force Hyphen's Uber up here. It's very likely they're going to end up giving this point up, but they need to force Hyphen's Uber here.
Pause coming in. Don't know exactly why that might have happened, but Alto, my friend for the pauses, what are you seeing here, and who's got the advantage going into this half?
Well, I'd just been going to say, look how nice it is that MCM's finally at a point where Rogue can die on defense. They don't have to immediately give up the point, and yet that's exactly what we're looking at right now, as MCM is looking to probably make an exit through choke into third. I mean, I think right when we paused, we were at, what, 5:30 or so left on the clock? So that would mean that it had been about 2.5 minutes, figure another 10 seconds. You know, 2.5 minutes, 2:45. Oh, as we get unpaused right away, but yeah. If they can get this 3 minutes through second, they'll be in a decent spot, but they'll need to get a good third or fourth.
Watch out above, though. Adam and Jay are raining down terror into the chokehold of MCM, and they overstayed their welcome way too much. Lost Waterston and Eerie and Sandblast, so now they're going to have to back up at a numbers disadvantage here. And they did get Hyphen's Uber. Hyphen did have to force, so that's good for them at least.
Yeah, that's a big find there. Exile down as well. You know, no defensive demo for the next 15 seconds if Don't Press Tab is able to work their way forward. But now Sophie managed to come with a big find onto Hyphen, and it's all really on to the mobile classes to try to find Rogue, but they're playing in such a safe position.
Don't Press Tab have so much control of third, though. They have 3 players holding up top, and they're going to have to give this one up for MCM. MCM now have to move all the way back to fourth. They got snowballed through 2. This is what we were talking about. But the difference here is that Rogue did keep his life and keep his Uber. Soapy's med pick was crucial there. So now MCM, they have a chance to stabilize here. This is it. This is it for them. If they can stabilize here with this Uber, then they'll be fine.
Yeah, here's hoping. Adam going down. No offensive heavy. Not the biggest problem here for Don't Press Tab as they continue to work their way forward. Hyphen in a bit of an interesting position, to be honest. Taking some damage from this heavy as they finally go down. The Uber is forced
they got
out.
Hyphen.
That is big.
Marty walked at Hyphen with that Uber. Hyphen too far forward, and they get that pick. But Rogue got sniped too by Lenny. Both meds are down now. A lot of players dead from either side. It's now a cart scuffle. BM going to decloak on it, take down the engineer with a revolt. Or Watson steals his kill, but either way, we have stall out here for just a second. Right now, AGB gonna go for Waterson. He gets spotted out, and he gets his knife melted. Can he get saved? Cannot get saved. Waterson does not turn around, and he goes down. There's Jay gonna trade his life for the Pyro, but that's pretty okay here on this point. Now we see free spam coming in for Joey Lemons, spamming over the top of the ramp. Exile's trying to contest him. Soapy goes in, gets a lot of damage, but no kills, and he's gonna crater on his way out. Now we see more card contention coming up. It's a 4-man cell on the Sandblast contesting. It takes on Carson and keeps his life. He's dancing on this cart. He's gonna have to back up though, as fourth is getting snowballed. Don't press tab, get the capture.
3-3 to cap out this last point. Don't press tab, if they're able to cap this in that amount of time, they will be your RGL Highlanders Season 9 champions, and they certainly want to be able to come through with that time. Erie is opting for a side area hold here as the defensive heavy, despite, you know, the classic hold on that traffic light area. Now he's opting for that. He's watching that cart. He knows what he has to do here. Push will be coming through on the side, but Demo is dead for the offense!
Yeah, Lenny gonna trade him for that sniper, so he gets his SBS win. Spy can't find the stab. AGB has to back up. Level 3 up for Aaron. That is fantastic for the side of MCM. It's gonna take the Uber's distraction head on. Now we see Don't Press Tab lining up in the lobby. They're looking to find their sniper and angle. Lenny looking for anything he can find at all, as they're gonna get their sniper back up. Lenny actually gets stabbed just now. BM gonna get that pick out. Neither team has popped Uber yet. There's 2 minutes 40 seconds on the clock for Don't Press Tab. They're not feeling too rushed, but they need to make this trade count.
Yeah, looking for this trade. The Uber out for the defense. Rogue as now Hyphen in a bit of a tough situation here, eating some damage, but the Uber just barely still online there. This cart getting pretty close.
AGB's gonna be on the medic. He's going for soldier instead. Cloaks away, doesn't get anything.
Now, barely escaping actually, as AGB now wishes the target of a lot of spam, and will go down. Adam as well, falling 3 down for this offense. Wish.
Oh, Marty's caught out on low ground.
So.
Supreme Tug going down there. His spawn timer is going to get extended. Now we're going to see a 9v8 temporarily for Don't Press Tab. They have 50% Uber to 40% for Rogue. It's likely not going to make that big of a difference. Spy's in. He gets Sandblast. He tries for a chain. He meleeed the pylon instead of stabbing the demo. Oh. That is so crucial that Exile stays alive there.
Yeah. Oh,
Hyphen's dead.
It's dead. PM with the biggest frag of the season, perhaps, coming through with that one. It's 140. And, you know, that's enough time for Don't Press Tab to pick up an Uber charge, or maybe 2 even, but now Jay is dead as well. And this gun's still alive. It's looking good for MCM. They might be able to take this round.
So is that SVS win by Waterson. Gun is now getting wrangled. They're trying to stack cart for Don't Press Tab, putting people on it, but Adam gets wrangled down. And now we see Heavy going over for a buff. Erie's going to be massive in all of these posts. Wish loses the 1v1 to Sandblast on the side. A minute 10 left on the clock for MCM. It looks like Don't Press Tab, they're not opting to try and stack cart quite yet. They want to get their one last Uber. One straight shot is what they're going for here. They do have a level 3 offensively that has been built by Carson, which will be big in any cart fights that happen late. Oh, that's big by AGB.
And Waterson, big pick going down there. AGB finding a nice stab. He also saps the gun, but that is not
Adam
going to
gets the
be
kill on Erie.
enough, it looks like.
They forced the Uber because of that. They tried to save Erie, but they could not. Now they're not going to have Uber.
Yeah, no Uber for the defense. Not quite there for Don't Press Tab on this on offense. About 95%. They're going to lose Jay. A couple of respawners coming in soon. With 30 seconds left, they have to make this Uber count, though. It has to be a perfect Uber. They're going to come in now. Going up this ramp as an option. Nobody pressing the cart quite yet. No damage onto Rogue either. Now Adam going for the cart. Will go down. Joey Limits also falling. Johnny Brutali falling as well. And a couple of frags going for
the banner.
Defense. Can they cap it out is the question. The Bats backup is coming in from Soapy Messer as they find 8, Hyphen will stay alive with 2 seconds to go. MCM will find it. Taking around there. Really great play.
MCM take Swiftwater 2-1, tie us up in this initial grand finals matchup. We will be going to Ashville in just a second here, and we're even in the series, boys. We're going all the way tonight. But for now, a quick word from our sponsors. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this RGL Highlander Season 9 Grand Finals. We just got done with Swiftwater, the second map, where MCM took a 2-1 victory from behind. That's a reverse sweep that they actually hit, so congratulations to them for extending us to a third map, but their job is not done quite yet as we move on to Ashville.
Yeah, but we do have a lot of viewers in the chat, I think, after that Banny raid from before, so gotta one last time show out the new RGL merch shop, !merch in chat. designs, some of the designs on screen. We've got shirts, we've got posters, and I think we've got hoodies. Did I hear that right? Or
Hoodies.
Oh yeah,
yes,
we got
so
hoodies. It's all great stuff too. I'm so excited for this to show up.
yeah, they're all really really classy designs, drawn by some of the community as well. So it's a bit of a circular job. Everyone kind of helping each other out. So come in, get some cool shirts, get some cool prints, and help the community and advertise it and look good while you're doing it. So win-win for everyone.
Not only that, but you can also subscribe here on Twitch to directly support us. And shout out to everyone who subscribed here tonight, because that goes to myself, to Zagron, to Alto, and
Especially
we
to Dolphin.
appreciate it. Yeah, and especially to Dolphin. Yeah, we can't forget Dolphin, who's putting on such a great show for all of us tonight. He is also directly supported by those Twitch subs and those bits, and you can of course subscribe on YouTube as well. You can follow our Twitter, join our Discord, check out the Patreon. We have a TikTok as well. What the heck is up with that? But it's pretty darn cool. So go check out all those different ways to support RGL, regardless of whether or not you're giving money directly or just giving us your views. We appreciate it nonetheless. And now we're in a situation where we are going on to map number 3 in a grand finals matchup, which is pretty darn cool as well.
Yep, Ashville here for a tiebreaker in this upper bracket, or this grand finals match. Keep in mind, Don't Press Tab are the upper bracket team, so even if MCM come back with the win here, they take Ashville, we're going to be going to a bracket reset match. That is what MCM are playing for. For Don't Press Tab, though, this map is a chance for you to close out your undefeated match season and get that Highlander first place trophy, the medals, the money, the fame, the fortune, everything that comes along with it. I say fortune, but it's a nice chunk of change for the players.
So, Alto, I want to turn this over to you. We are on to map number 3. Don't Press Tab won the first map 4-0 on Cascade. Now we are on to Ashville, which is another Koth map, an opportunity for them to take this one home, do that undefeated season as mentioned. What's the situation here for them? How are they going to be able to win this, if at all? And, who's standing in their way as well?
Oh man, I mean, I think MCM is just they are gonna have a lot of momentum coming in from that Swiftwater. You got to be riding high after being the first team to take a map off of Don't Press Tab. And I mean, I think that something that we didn't really touch on was that Waterson put Lenny in the own zone for the majority of those second and third halves, especially the third one. Just consistently able to win that SVS, get a lot of picks. Lenny was not able to get set up at all. We saw him busting off like an 8K at least, I think, in the first half of Swift in that really long second hold, and nothing like that was allowed again. Ashville, of course, it's a double-edged sword because it's not as bad of a sniper map as people make it out to be, but it's definitely not the same caliber as Swiftwater or product. So I was thinking Ashville would be a good thing for MCM because it would mean that Lenny wouldn't be able to do as much, but if Waterson's playing up, maybe that hurts them a little bit more now. So I think if Waterson can keep that up, it will be a really really solid start for MCM. Another thing Zag and I talked about in the short break was that we definitely threw a lot of flack at Rogue in the beginning on Cascade for how often he was getting caught out. But in those second and third halves, especially in that last fight on last, he was playing extremely well. Really good positioning, perfect heal priority, just exactly where he needed to be. And understood that even if he died there, if he was able to bait 2 people into dying for him in an overtime fight like that, that's okay. And to have that awareness was really good. And if he can also keep that up, then I think we're going to see MCM do good things on Ashville. But Ashville is the medic torture chamber. So
yeah, and speaking of that medic torture chamber, opposing Rogue again, looking to make his life an absolute hell on Koth, is Jay Hyunpei. Jay, we've seen him on Koth absolutely dominate match after match. He's such a force to be reckoned with, and Ashville is one of the best maps for a soldier to try and hit that 1v9 mark where he's everywhere, he's fighting everything, he's doing tons of damage, his bombs are always hitting. If Jay turns it up to 11 on a map where it's a lot easier for him to have an impact than something like Swiftwater, we could see Don't Press Tab coming in with another big advantage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into predictions yet necessarily, but it's even though I was reaping my clout coins for betting on MCM there, I I can't immediately lean towards them right now. I think there are still too many question marks about whether or not Watterson will be able to keep up that performance, whether or not Rogue will be able to keep his life, and just Soapy is a bomb master, but Jay is one step above that. You know, just
Bomb deity.
yeah, indeed. Just flying around, you know, might as well be toggling no clip. And I definitely think MCM can, but they're all going to need to play really, really solid games. If anyone's, you know, kind of lacking, then they're going to find themselves in a really deep hole really quickly, because we saw on Cascade in those later rounds that even when MCM was playing better, they were still getting out-coordinated, they're getting out-aggressed, they were losing fights that they shouldn't have won, or consistently losing 50-50 fights instead of ever taking a win in those. And if they play, even if they play like they did then, we'll have close games, but it's not going to be a win for them. So they all need to play pretty much the games of their lives to really take this.
We need MCM players to have pop-up performances, and based on how the momentum is going, a lot of them are set up for that. Rogue's been playing a lot better. Watterson and BM have been popping off. Their combos have been playing well all night. If we see these pieces come together again, it's definitely not out of the question for MCM to take this one and give us a bracket reset.
We're starting in just a few seconds. Let's get predictions down. I'm going to go in, and I'm going to call a 4-2 in favor of Don't Press Tab.
I'll do the flip.
Zag?
I'll do the flip where I say this time MCM are gonna win at 4-2 because last time we flipped.
All right, 4-1, don't press tab. That is my call,
All
as both teams have readied up. And we are getting into this mid-fight. Joey Lemon's picking up an arrow early on, trying to out-DM Exile, who's instead opting to try to trap down that door. Early death onto Exile.
Oh, my Hyphen's dead already. Hyphen's down, Watterson gets that body shot. Return though, Jay lands on Rogue's head and takes him down. We're playing with no medics as everyone's collapsing onto the point. But Don't Press Tab have the numbers advantage. They are going to be able to walk forward onto the point, get the cleanup kills, and get the first mid-fight. They lost their medic for it, but it is fine as they got their opponents. So first mid, first blood is drawn by Don't Press Tab.
Yeah, first blood and first point here for Don't Press Tab. They'll cap this one out, start that timer going. They want to take this one home. You know, they had such a clean performance on Cascade early on in this match. Now, after tying it up, oh, Supreme Toad and Eerie and BM all down just in exchange for Carson. Don't Press Tab are happy to find that, but Exile needs to be, you know, that pick onto Exile is certainly going to keep things in the momentum and in favor of Don't Press Tab.
Yeah, that was just sack attempts from the side of MCM. Rogue was building in spawn, and now we're going to see Don't Press Tab with that space. Try to get a bit forward and shutter, but they don't find too much. They're going to opt to just do standard point hold. Now it's all about how things go in this first Uber trade. Hyphen on 80%, Rogue on 75. They're going to be about even popping off here in just a second.
Yeah, these even Ubers coming up. AGP looking for a stab. Maybe is jumping around in a way. Watterson is dead, though. Excuse me, that means that Don't Press Tab will have an opportunity here coming up for the hold coming forward. Is it going to be Jay coming forward or no?
Ubers get traded on point. It's a solo onto both Demomen. However, it was longer due for Exile. And now we're going to see Don't Press Tab get shuffled backwards. They did lose players in the back. BM with a fat 2k onto Lenny and Johnny. That chain stab buying his team the numbers advantage. And they're able to get their first capture of Ashville here. Oh, flying in is Jay, trying to find rocket. Rogue dodges the second rocket, going to keep his life. Good movement by him. And now MCM get to set up here on defense.
MCM trying to maintain as much point presence as possible and point time, most importantly. Eerie is playing fairly aggressively right now, eating a lot of spam though, down to 30 health, pacifies appeals. As BM will gun down Wish there. It's 8v8 for just a little while longer. Soapmaster has a long respawn time. Jay looking maybe to take a bomb in here onto Rogue as AGB is calling out for some positioning.
He's going for it. He hits one rocket, but aborts as his heavy does go down, so no one's out wide helping him out. You see Watterson takes a pipe on barrels. He will retreat into Shutter as
Jay?
Lenny gets a shot into Sandblast. Jay gets that force. Yeah, he gets the force. MCM walking forward, trying to find whatever they can, but Supreme Toad gonna get sniped. Soapy gonna land on Carson's head, take him down. Trying to chase down the sniper, he gets cleaned up by Wish. Now it's about a point fight, but MCM's numbers are not very good. They're trying to stall for as long as they can. Rogue has to be careful about keeping his life here. As there's people walking at him. He will get out with his life. The point was successfully stalled. Carson gonna lose his life, but it's a sack in right now, trying to find Hyphen. Sticky bombs from Exile are clean. Exile hits everything and gets that opposing medic killed, and they don't capture the point. They need to wait for the medic spawn, so they're gonna wait to capture. So great play by Exile.
It's a fairly fast spawn, which is good for the side of Don't
Oh,
Press
then you got
Tab. They're still
extended.
going to maintain this point capture time, rather. But Rogue nearly dodging some headshots there throughout that mid-fight. HB dead, Supreme Toad on the other side means no Pyro in the combo for the capping MCM. 120 to 142, Carson dead. Another pick there for Watterson. MCM will cap this one back out. It's looking fairly close here on map number 3. All the marbles in play here.
Yep, and Rogue is up on full Uber, Hyphen only at 60%. By the time that Don't Press Tab have, the clock will tick into MCM territory here, as now players are trying to get their buffs before the fight pops off here. But Joey and Jay have gone down early here. Oh, Exile gets headshot on the pop into the opponent's shutter. That is so bad for MCM. Now they're gonna have to try and retreat, get whatever they can, but instead Marty overextends with that and loses his life as a result. Johnny gonna go down at least, but now the onus is in Don't Press Tab's court. They're gonna have to go forward. Soapy gonna go down, but Joey gets sniped in return. Kills going off from the other side. Right now Don't Press Tab are going forward, and Rogue gets jumped on, gets taken down by AGB, and that will be the capture for Don't Press Tab, and they keep Hyphen with full Uber as well. Oh, look at the force just now. Great bomb.
Yeah, it's a big bomb there to pop out that Uber as Rogue did go down. Not going to be able to find too many after that force. A couple of players talking in chat, but MCM in control at this point for 40 seconds more to try to cap this one out. So Don't Press Tab maybe in a bit of a sketchy situation right now. They're playing this point, they have the point in their favor. And just looking to get some spam in. Jay on that Bats area, spamming down into the shutter, trying to take down Eerie. Will be successful with the help of Adam, who then falls. Good heavy trade there. Pyro also dead now for MCM, and the clock's about to even out if Don't Press Tab can hold on to this a little while longer.
Yeah, both maps at 70% even Ubers, so everyone's going to get their spawners up, everyone's going to get their heals. We're going to have a contention here at where all the clocks are both beneath 1 minute. Jay jumps on Sandblast's head and kills them, which is very important. You need your scout to make this Uber work
Watterson
well.
dead too.
Yeah, Watterson getting sniped on that ramp angle, so he needs to respawn as well. MCM need to wait for these players, even though they have Uber. They're going to look to go out of shutter here. They do pop. Oh, Exile beefs his first jump. He's going to have to walk across instead. Hyphen with the counter. It's a solo onto Joey, which means this Uber's a lot better. Forward side, Don't Press Tab. Don't go down it on that side, but on the other side, Exile gets kills onto Wish, and Lenny goes down as well. So now MCM with a big numbers advantage in this post.
Yeah, this post fight looking for as many frags as they can as Rogue just barely dodging some damage.
It's about the players
But,
here. You have to capture this point, kill the opponent's fragging classes. Rogue staying alive is good as well. And now MCM gonna get this capture in just a second here, trying to get as many spawners up as they can. There's a spy in, and AGB gonna get the kill onto Rogue right then and there. Now they can't capture the point. We see Don't Press Tab walking out. Here's BM in, gets one. He's gonna go for 2 on Johnny with a revolver. Needs one more shot, and he gets it. BM with a 2K, and they are gonna get the capture. MCM gonna get this one. Hopefully can turn into double overtime, but Hyphen is alive with 50% Uber.
And that Hyphen medic alive for Don't Press Tab here in overtime is so big. They're going to be able to push forward soon enough as they approach 75% Uber, looking to close out round number 1 of map number 3. Again, it is first to 4 on Koth maps in playoffs. Looks like they might be opting for a main push. Soapy Message just slightly too early there. Uber now coming out onto the scout, and Pyro jumping forward via damage will be Joey Lemons. Aaron dead. Now Soapy Meister, or excuse me, not Soapy Meister, now Watterson and Eerie both dead. Aaron falling as well. And this is looking good for Don't Press Tab as they find a couple of frags. Looking like they're going to be able to cap this one out. They do. Round number 1 of map number 3 going in favor of Don't Press Tab.
And that was very nearly a double overtime. That was such a close round, changed by a couple key things. Like that medic pick onto Rogue by AGB at the end was crucial. If AGB doesn't find that one, we're looking at an entirely different ending to that round. So good play by AGB there. And now with that 1-0 lead, Don't Press Tab are going to look to extend it here.
Yeah, coming in onto this mid-fight, trying to find early damage. As always, but Rogue is dead! Oh my lord, Lenny opening up pick is so interesting for us. That is a crucial find onto the medic, and so many players weak for MCM. Don't Press Tab continue to show their dominance here, even on map number 3, finding 4 picks early on. Eerie is 12 health going down. Aaron, 68, 52, 15 will go down shortly, I'm sure, as the side of Don't Press Tab continue to push their way forward, capping out this point soon enough. Finding that med kill early from Lenny, such a crucial pick as he posts up now in that shutter area.
Yeah, sometimes that just happens on Ashville mid, where your medic is the unfortunate one who takes the headshot out of Shutter. Great job by Lenny to hit that one there. And here's the second, trying to find a kill, and there's an instant kill onto Hyphen. Soapy and Exile combining with explosives to drop the medic of Don't Press Tab here. Even if Lenny gets the cleanup, that's exactly what MCM wanted. Rogue is in spawn, building has 50%, so MCM not out of this round by any stretch. They're going to be able to go back in here in just a second.
Yeah, for sure. Adam is playing in that secret area right now with that Tomaslov revved up. A bit of a ballsy, aggressive heavy play, but hopefully he'll be able to make it work out here as he starts to gun down Supreme Toad. Sandblast is dead, AGP on the other side. One down for each side, but now Exile is dead. Supreme Toad in trouble, but he will pick up the frag onto Adam before going down to Lenny on a 5k. Aaron is dead to Jay. Picking up his second, now finding his third onto Erie.
BM 2K! Hyphen and Johnny getting chain stabbed. BM opening up for his team, but unfortunately they lost too many players elsewhere. Lenny ending that with an SVS win onto Waterson, so now MCM, they get to group up. They'll have a full Uber advantage, but they were stalled by that play.
Yeah, that's a big stall here for MCM.
AGB gets Exile instead on the cloak, will find that picture and that pick, and now they're gonna have to force onto Erie and Sandblast. Heavy Scout Uber, no explosives to be found. They will be able to get this capture, but they're gonna get almost no kills on from the Uber. Soapy does find Lenny. The soldiers trade over the top. Both go down on their craters, so that's interesting. But now Cap will be able to come in just a second here. Unless the Shutter contest comes through, Joey's spamming pipes, and he's keeping that heavy off the point.
Hyphen dead! Oh, that's a big bang for Sandblast. He also picks up Wish there, and finally falling to Johnny from Cali. Pyro flaming him down, but Cap going in favor of MCM. That's 117 left on the clock for Don't Press Tab after taking the first round, trying to secure this half. Here's a fast bomb from Kim.
He's a crater, he's a crater.
He finds the frag. Oh, he gets the crater. Actually, no, it's the shotgun coming out. No, it was the crater. Now the shotgun from Aaron kills Jay. Aaron also finding one more. That's a medic
for MCM,
down,
that cannot happen. You cannot let a single soldier on a bomb get the drop on your medic. He gets 2 rockets off, and then Rogue can't get the surf onto a roof. That's something you cannot let happen if you're MCM. Now all their momentum is lost. They're gonna have full Uber disside here by the time their medic gets spawned. His spawn's extended. No one went back to let him heal either, so taking the maximum possible time to start healing here.
Yeah, a lot of time on the clock for MCM to try to burn down, whereas it's 117. Waterson dead to AGB. He's a big opener, though, for Don't Press Tab. They'll lose Jay to Exile. AGB looking for a frag onto Aaron, can't quite find it. Actually will find it with the help of Adam, who guns him down with a minigun instead.
Oh, BM on the drop down!
Hyphen, and then picks off Lenny. That's Medic and Sniper both dead for the side of Don't Press Tab, and MCM will be able to hold on to this point. Well, maybe not hold on to this point, but a much better position later on with about 80%.
Exile is doing a lot of damage.
At.
He takes down Wish and gets another player very low. Exile unfortunately will go lowering it, taken down by Jay, landing on his head there. BM is having the game of his life right now in these grand finals, but they need a bit more. They need more out of their other players here. They have advantages to work with Rogue. Now on 100% Uber, they're going to get all their players up here in just a second. They're down 40 seconds in time. That's still very doable for MCM. They need to get a clean push here.
Yeah, clean push
opening
is the
on Lenny.
key. MCM needs to come in big. They pick up Lenny. That is a great opener. No pick glasses in the game for Don't Press Tab. They're at 45 seconds, though. They lose 3 early on.
They have to chase Hyphen down.
MCM is able to keep chasing down more frags.
Yeah, they can't get the chase down until Lobby Hyphen gets out scot-free. 90% Uber for Don't Press Tab. Even though MCM get that one, Don't Press Tab will be completely happy with that outcome. Now they get to pop Uber whenever they want here. Rogue's not going to have in time. AGB gets caught out this time, not going to find that backstab. Right now we see MCM, they're trying to hold forward, they're trying to hold their opponent's Shutter, make them pop Uber early, do anything, but they're going to be forced to back up onto their own ramp, and this is looking very good for Don't Press Tab here. This push is what they need.
BM is in. Oh, he gets gunned down instead. And that'll be an Uber coming out here for the side. Don't Press Tab. It's 1:09 on the clock and counting down for MCM. Don't Press Tab at 40 seconds, trying to count down further. Joey Lemon
they got Rogue.
That is a big frag onto the medic, and Hyphen staying alive here, continuing to build up that Uber as they continue to find more frags. Carson is dead, but they have 4 down on the side of MCM, Rogue being one of them. That's the crucial frag. So Don't Press Tab happy to cap this one out and continue the point.
Hyphen's 1 HP. Exile almost got that medic pick. That would have been crucial. Instead, we see Jay bombing their opponent's path. There's BM! Another medic pick! Finding that one once again for MCM. And even though they're at a 20-second diss side, they'll have the heals, they'll have the spawners to look to keep contesting this one. MCM is being kept alive solely off of BM's key picks. Now they have to get forward, but now we have to pause apparently.
To pause apparently is exactly what I was about to say, as Don't Press Tab looking to go up here. Now, I don't mean to spoil things, and I don't think I am objectively spoiling things because I've seen a 2 minute double overtime happen in ETF 2L, but that might imply MCM coming back here. Is
We
that
can't really know because either they do or they
That's
don't,
true.
right? Like it's a minute and a half. It's not
Right.
like Payload where the rounds are longer. So
That's
we
so
really have no
true.
idea here.
So I guess Alto, what are you seeing in this current situation? And does MCM have a good chance of coming back, especially now that Hyphen step? Oh,
Well,
the actually
we'll have to
too
wait on that
soon.
analysis real quick, but we are unpaused here. MCM looking to get out as fast as they possibly can, get this capture on the board. The timer is bugged. They're not actually at 0 quite yet.
But they're at 7 and counting down. It's 6-5 left on the clock here as I have reloaded my HUD. Jay unable to really touch as he goes under. Now it's overtime for Don't Press Tab. 45 seconds on the clock for MCM. And so Mets are going down early. Wish is looking to get forward, but he can't. Lenny is dead. Here comes maybe a bit of aggression coming through Shutter here. The demo looking forward, but he can't find too much space. Now rotating around to the other side. That gun is going to be the main target. Jay is dead, but Wish going forward with the help of Adam. The Uber popped out by the defending MCM, trying to hold on to this point as long as possible. They lose BM and Sandblast. Carson dead on the other side. Now Lenny dead as well. Wish falling as Soapy Measure is able to come in for some frags. This cap holding for MCM thus far. They might be able to bring this to at least double overtime.
Those kills by Marty might be the difference maker. He jumped on the opponent's bats and got Carson and Lenny. So with no sniper, they can't get forward quite yet. MCM get to hold this. Hyphen has Uber though. It's all on this. Joey Lemons gets sniped early and dropped that spig, and Johnny dies as well. MCM needs to kite this out. They already have a 3-man advantage here as Wish gets shredded. There's not enough flashes going forward. Jay gets one onto Sandblast and Erie goes down as well. It's all about the collapses here. MCM have more players alive right now, but their positioning is not on point quite yet. They're going to collapse from all angles now, and MCM kited that one out beautifully. They're going to get this last kill into Joey Lemons in short order. Air blast into the skybox, and round 2 goes in favor of MCM.
There you have it. That is the pause actually coming through, so perhaps I was right directly after that. It's a double overtime win for MCM, tying it up 1-1 on map number 3 of this RGL Invite Season 9 Grand Finals. Don't Press Tab is tied 1-1, not only in this map, but also in maps in the best of 3. Don't Press Tab able to take the first map 4-0. MCM taking it 2-1, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe
okay,
2-0.
so right now it's 1-1. Normally we play the halves as like 1st to 2, but I think they opted for a re-exec because of what happened with the pause. Maybe someone was lagging or whatever. So they've opted to just go 1-1 here and have halftime at 2 instead of 3, like it should have been.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird situation. Not sure if they're like.
It's probably
we're
gentlemen.
down
It's
one
probably
on MCM.
gentlemen's. It's probably gentlemen's agreement. Where like we don't want to play with lag, so they'll unexec that. MCM get the win there, and then they'll like get everything in order, making sure we're having as fair of a grand finals as possible for this.
So is this a situation where I should talk to Alto and have him come on in
let's
here?
get Alto in here.
Alto, what are you seeing? What do you want to say about this grand finals matchup? We're on map number 3.
I got muted
Alto?
somehow. No, I'm
there you go.
good. BM is so much better than every other player in the server by a large margin. It's not even funny right now. It's like he took what he did on Swiftwater and then just doubled that. He's constantly everywhere. The amount of even in the round they lost, he was making round-saving medic picks, and then he continues to do that in the round they won. I think in the micro of it, Zach, what you said about those kills Marty got on the enemy's bats, and then Waterson hit a massive shot onto Joey Lemons right as the Uber got popped out, that I think allowed them to kind of, win that specific overtime fight. But they were only there because of the constant picks BM was giving them.
Yeah, BM got them to the line, and then everyone pulled their weight to get them across it there to win that double overtime. We've had basically 2 double overtimes in the first 2 rounds on Ashville here. It's pretty crazy considering we're in this 3rd map. We have a team that should be favored, but in the end we're going head to head, neck and neck, all the way to the finish line here.
I will bring up, I did predict MCM going the distance.
I predicted them to win this one 4-2.
I got a little bit of grief. I got a little bit of grief about, my predictions earlier on in tonight's matchups, but I was talking in pregame about thinking, hey, I think MCM will go the distance, and there is a little bit of, nah, that's not going to happen. Don't Press Tab should have this cleanly.
But you predicted them to lose every map.
I did. No, but in pregame is what I'm talking about. is what I'm talking about. And that's what counts because pregame is most important.
I
Obviously,
doubt it.
we all know.
All we know is what we have on the record here, and you predicted them to lose every time. So everything else is
No,
off the
no, no.
record.
I was recording it, so was Dolphin. Don't you worry. Whether or not Dolphin was recording it doesn't matter because I was. But yeah, I was thinking MSAM would go the difference, and here they are making it a fun and exciting grand finals to watch. We're seeing a lot of people dropping from the server.
We're switching servers here. They've agreed to switch servers after that. That's why we're not playing the final round in the half. They apparently didn't like how the server was treating their connections, which is fair. They're allowed to suggest a server swap if they both agree, and we'll be doing that here. So small reprieve from the action here, and a well-deserved one. It's been action-packed through too.
Yeah, chat I'm sure agrees with me, and they believe me that I was saying MCM would go the distance here.
Yeah.
Because no, that's the truth, and you guys know it. Come on,
It's fine,
admit
it's
it.
fine.
I did say that. I'm not
Appealing
the most
to the
brilliant when it comes.
masses, I see.
I'm not the most brilliant one when it comes to Highlander predictions, but I did get this one right. When at least Dolphin, when I first joined the Mumble, was like, yeah, it should probably be just don't press tab, and so were you, Zag. I will point out.
Yeah, but I predicted them to win twice now. Either way, we will be taking a small break here. We can plug some merch real quick while we're at it.
That's so true. Did you guys know that you could press !merch into Twitch chat and then get a link to just some extremely awesome merch?
Yeah, we got
Well, they do
t-shirts.
now.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, they do now.
And yeah, we've been saying it, but they're such good designs. They're really good. They're the types of things you would wear out in public and not feel ashamed about it, and that's far more, I feel like, than you can say about most gaming merchandise. So I know, I believe it was Rouse and Fleeble who did a lot of the designs as well. So
That is correct. Yeah,
fellow
Fleeble.
community members stepping up big here. So support RGL, support them, and support the game. Head on over, check it out, and you see anything that tickles your fancy.
So having looked at all of these, having looked at all of these and being one of like the first purchases, not to brag, of course, but having been one of the first purchases, I was looking at all of these and I was thinking, do I want to wear that Soldier one? Am I a Soldier 6's main? No, so I'm going to go for the RGL Sunset. So I went with that, but my favorites are that Soldier, the Sunshine, Scattergun, both of them, and that RGL Sunset. Those are all just so clean. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah, and we do have a connection to the new server. We'll be looking to join that one just a second as the players funnel in. But yeah, if you're just joining us, we are currently tied 1-1 in this grand finals matchup between Don't Press Tab and Man Crush Monday. It was 4-0 on map 1 of Cascade, 2-1 for MCM on Swiftwater. Now we're here tied 1-1 on Ashville. First team to 4 rounds will take this match, and either if it's Don't Press Tab taking it, they are crowned the Invite champions of Season 9. If MCM win this one, they reset the bracket and we go again next week.
You know, I'm sort of hoping we go next week, to be honest. Not just because that means we get a really fun match here where MCM is somehow able to take it home, but also, I don't know if people have noticed, got a bit of a scuffed setup tonight using Bluetooth headset. Got my old mic wrapped around my head. It's just waiting for that new headset to come through. So I'm hoping MCM can come through and bring out a fun match here for us. So at least I, as a caster, can have a pretty solid setup next week.
Yep, and we have loaded in. All 18 players are in server. One of the teams is getting ready to ready up. They probably want to get into this as soon as possible, not lose the adrenaline. The adrenaline must be pumping for all 18 players in the server, so I'm sure they want to go while they're warm rather than otherwise.
Can we, before this match gets finished up here, can we give a quick shout out to Dolphin, not only for his great spectator, specking tonight and production tonight, but also throughout the season for both Highlander and Sixes. It's something that people, kind of underrate, but Dolphin has been popping off for season upon season. Give him some hearts in chat as we get into this next half of the third map. He has been excellent, and we all owe him our thanks.
Definitely. Always great job done by Dolphin. And he's given us the 60-second warning. So we're almost into this match once again for you guys, trying to get this one off as fast as possible. We are into Tuesday on the East Coast, 12:30. If this one goes too much longer, if we have any more pauses, who knows? It might be Central Time Tuesday soon. But yeah, we're going to be getting ready to pop in. And do you guys, okay, Dolphin or Godfather, do you want to change your prediction now? This is your last chance. We're 1-1. I'll give you a change.
You know what? No, I don't
You still
think
think
I will.
do you think Don't Press Tab are going to sweep the rest?
Okay. So, in my heart, I have wanted MCM to get the bracket reset since the beginning, and I think I've made that clear. But don't press tab on Koth. They need to think about what they're doing here. They need to really exploit the rogue, the rogue exploit, if you will, which is have Jay bomb rogue. And if they do that, then they win this. And I think that's what they're going to do. The score is 1-1 on map number 3. I may eat my words soon, but if I do, that means that MCM will achieve the bracket reset and we'll be back here next week as this next half starts rolling out. Joey Lemons trying to find some heals by the door. Here he goes, exchanging spam with Exile. Exile winning the spam fight early on. Joey needs to find an arrow. Here's a bomb.
Soapy's on Hyphen.
Oh, it's a big bomb from Soapy Meister. But Roll dying on the opposite side.
Both soldiers. Both soldiers blowing up their opposing medics. It's now an all-out DM fight. 3 up for MCM, 4 up for Don't Press Tab. It looks like Don't Press Tab have the higher health classes left over, and Don't Press Tab will take this third mid-fight and get the first capture. I believe they've won every mid-fight so far, and they're going to keep that streak up going forward with this one, although both meds going to be charging from the start.
Yeah, it's going to be just about even, maybe slight fake ad here for Don't Press Tab. They do cap that first mid-fight. Score is 1-1 on this map, if I'm not mistaken. Watterson may be in danger as he peeks. Oh, he finds Lenny, though. He takes some body shot damage, but picks off Lenny instead. And now that opens things up for MCM. 30 seconds off the clock to come forward and try to cap this point back. Jay is in behind, finding a couple frags, no pick classes, nor scouts available for either team.
Yeah, no scout means it's a lot harder for the offensive team to push forward. The Domo Man's not with them yet. Exile finally going to get an arrow here, getting ready to push. Looks like now they want to go around the corners. Both meds come up on Uber at the exact same time. Their building was identical. We're going to have to see who pops up first. It's a solo onto Exile, and it's going to be a solo in return onto Joey Lemons. We see Sandblast get a flash as well, so MCM will back out first from that one. On the backside, Lenny has been stabbed by BM. That's the only kill that's happened so far in this fight, as now they're going to re-push in the post-Uber. Heavy peeking around the corner, doing a lot of damage. That Heavy Adam walking forward, making a ton of space. Carson and Johnny have gone down, though, on the side. Numbers are in favor of MCM, although they don't have any position on the point quite yet. They're going to get the heals. Walk back out. BM gets the stab onto Lenny. Revolver's on the telly, and Watterson has now space to work. Going to snipe down AGB, and MCM are going to get their first capture of the round.
Yeah, that is big plays from Lenny there, but it's just not going to be enough. Watterson coming back big plays from BM. Got my spies mixed up. Watterson able to find that space, that angle. It's going to be a push onto bats here for the side of Don't Press Tab. 1:39 on the clock for them. 2:40 counting down. Lenny is an early death, means no sniper. Exile somehow finding that angle and damage. Gotta be careful of Watterson now. Joey Lemons very weak health, looking for an arrow. Will find one before getting ready for maybe a shutter push.
Jay just marked Soapy. Soapy's 1 HP and he's going to get taken down. Lenny as well is going to respawn timer. He's up now. Joey Lemons just got shot down by Sandblast. Sandblast jumped on him on the bats and demolished him. Here's Jay in, reflected, one rocket, and he doesn't get a second. Amazing job by MCM to deny that bomb. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to keep winning these rounds. And now Rogue 100% Uber does not get forced.
Yeah, it's a big lack of a force there. Uber's maintaining, or continue to be even here for this next fight. Don't Press Tab still have the clock in their favor, but
another
not for
bomb
long. Here's
reflected.
A bomb from the soldier. Not going to find too much, though.
He does get out, good serve.
Jay escaping.
And now we're trading on point. Watterson's the first casualty, gets stabbed. In the meantime, Supreme Toad gonna get taken out by some stickies, denying that as Pyro will get you killed. They do get Adam on the shutter push, but their Uber has to back up now. They do keep a lot of space as well. Watch out for Lenny peeking these fans. He's getting pestered by Sandblast, and Sandblast's gonna take him down there. Eerie gonna go down to Wish's scattergun, and now Don't Press Tab have control of the point. They have less, or they're gonna get more players because of the spawners, so they will be able to recapture this one. Jay fighting this mini, not going too well for him. He will get taken. Oh no, Sandblast gets killed. Great rocket by Jay. He will die in the end, but that will be the recapture for Don't Press Tab here.
Yeah, recapture coming through in just a moment.
That's a big snipe.
Maybe delaying for Joey, who's got 10 more seconds on the clock for him.
No, they're gonna
but it
extend the
doesn't look like
spawn.
they will. They
Yeah.
actually extend the spawn
That's
for
their
Joey Lemon.
choice.
Bit of a
They
misplay.
decided to do that instead. They think the time is more valuable than having their demo man up sooner. Now the bomb from Sophie going in. 2 rockets taking down Hyphen and Wish. Sophie
My
going in
God.
over the top, doing a ton of work there.
Counter
MCM
sack?
are flooding out here. It's going to have to be a counter sack. Carson goes down. Here's Jay, and he hits the top.
Oh,
Can't go
he can't
over.
find
That's
anything.
unfortunate. He's going to try again. Really high bomb. He's going to not
Oh,
get
big bomb
anything
from
quite yet.
Joey.
They're going again.
Oh.
Rogue's full HP. It's just AGB now. AGB gets seen by Aaron. Good spy checking there. Will get chased down and will get killed here. MCM get the capture. Time is in their favor, and they have full Uber advantage.
Honestly, like, I know my prediction is in favor of Don't Press Tab, but MCM, they are looking clean here on map number 3. They have the momentum in their favor right now. This is the most time they've gotten off the clock in, other than that overtime round we saw in a Koth map, and Don't Press Tab kind of playing sloppy overall. I'm looking for Hyphen to stay alive. I'm looking for Jay to make some big plays. BM and Eerie down early. No spy, no heavy. Not the biggest finds, but
Oh, and they
still
lose
good
Exile
to
too.
see.
They drop him on the Uber.
Oh,
That's
the
really
drop!
bad for MCM. Hyphen dies though. He gets sniped by Waterston, so this Uber's technically free. They have worse numbers though. They're gonna have to back out after this because of that. Waterston gets taken down on the barrels. It's just Marty Supreme Toad over here trying to get some spam out. He will end up going down. Oh, he does. He makes it out. Wish misses his shot, so they do get out there just in time. But that Uber, the push goes in favor of Don't Press Tab here. It's 12 seconds on the clock left for MCM.
12 seconds on the clock, and then they will go up 2-1 on map number 3 after losing map number 1 4-0, coming back and winning map number 2, trying to close, oh, not close out quite yet, trying to go up here in map number 3. Achieving the bracket reset is their goal overall. Waterston is dead, no sniper.
High
Here's the
bomb.
bomb coming in from Soapy. He gets denied completely. BM also dead, no P+s, no Eerie, no Soapy. For this red team, Aaron also falling. It's kind of coming apart here, but good point presence overall. 12 seconds on the clock for MCM. Don't Press Tab, sub 30 now, trying to hold this one out for the duration, and they have full Uber on both sides.
Yep, it's going to come down to an Uber v Uber trade here. MCM keep Rogue alive on that sack, so everything is all good in the hood for them. Now it's about this one exchange. It's 10 seconds left on the clock for both teams. Whoever comes out ahead is going to be taking this round. It's Uber solos onto both Demoman. Sandblast gets a flash on the way out. It's going to be a better Uber for Don't Press Tab here as they're going to maintain point control. Now it's about the kills in the side. Lenny Waterston both going down. Carson dies as well. Marty is killed by Wish. Now it's about the point. Johnny from Cali jumping and WM warning his way through. Pipes from Joey. Joey gets a 3K, Wish a 4K, and the cleanup is there from Don't Press Tab. That close round goes in favor of Don't Press Tab. They're now ahead 2-1.
Damn, that's all I gotta say. MCM making it close. As Don't Press Tab goes
Yeah, so
up.
that's the half they're going to give. So yeah,
Yeah,
the
they're gonna
half
make
goes
that the half.
2-1 in favor of Don't Press Tab.
Right, and now we have an opportunity for Alto to come in here, analyze what is going on, and who has the advantage going into the what might be the final half of map number 3.
Well, MCM's done a lot better than I thought they would have so far in terms of protecting Rogue. Because like sack after sack, Jay is just not able to get him. Really not even able to get more than 60 damage on him a lot of the times. But I feel like the rest of MCM is occasionally slipping and just getting caught out. They're having some bad deaths, particularly right, towards the end there, right? Because that was around, I think, this was the first round where I was in the middle of it. I'm thinking, okay, MCM should win this. Even the prior two that went to double overtime, those looked like Don't Press Tab's rounds, and then MCM pulled it up and clutched it. This time, Don't Press Tab, it felt like was on the back foot, but managed to come up and really, really grit it out right at the end there. They had a minute left to MCM's 10 seconds or so, it was, and they just managed to hold it all the way, even with Hyphen, kind of fulfilling the Rogue spot in terms of dying a little bit more often than you'd like. They were able to consistently find picks and, chalk that up to Lenny and AGB able to find people when they needed to.
Yeah, and if we're going to say that MCM are looking better, they are in control of some of these rounds. They have the potential to. That's a good news for MCM fans. However, in the end, it's all about closing out. BM's been having a phenomenal game. We need more players to step up and do more work for them. If just one more player for either of these teams starts to pop off, it will be the difference maker. That's how inseparable they've been. It's been essentially a double overtime every single round. We had 5 seconds left for one team on 1:10 for the other. So definitely super competitive going forward, and the ready up will be coming shortly here. this could be the end of our Highlanders season or the beginning of another match.
Honestly, like, I feel confident in Don't Press Tab, but boy, do I want MCM to come through and finish this one out. They are down 2-1, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me, losing my words here. Used up so many of them throughout the match, but they are up 2-1 here, and you know, I want them to come back, or down 2-1. Excuse me. Don't Press Tab is up 2-1. MCM, I want to come back and secure the bracket reset.
Yeah, and I think that there's nothing stopping MCM from winning here. On Cascade, it felt like even if they were all playing, you know, significantly better than they had been in the beginning, it still wasn't enough. We've seen that they have it in them here. It's just a matter of execution. So it's really just about playing clean and, you know, sticking kind of to the fundamentals. You know, don't get picked off when you have the point. Take good trades when you're pushing, and don't get stabbed.
Do not get stabbed. That's the key to the match.
Don't press tab, don't get stabbed. That's the mantra, I think.
That's their team name next season. If they lose this match because BM kept rolling them, the next season they're changing their team name to don't get stabbed for the reset.
I mean, I feel kind of bad. I feel like that server swap kind of stole some of BM's mojo. I don't know.
Last round was his roughest round in a while, but you give the spy a couple rounds. Sometimes you get unlucky as spy for a round. It just happens.
I think that maybe though if they don't take that, probably throughout if I'm don't press tab throughout that entire server change, I'm like, okay, how are we gonna stop our medic from getting chain stabbed on ramp? And maybe if they don't swap, they don't have that time to talk about it. But we're about to get right back into it. So, any changes in the Preds, or are we sticking to our guns?
No,
we're all steadfast. We're all steadfast here. Either way,
I think Don't Press Tab takes this one home. But I think MCM has a chance, and I want MCM to win as we get into round number, what is this going to be? Round number 4. I want MCM to win so we get the bracket reset. But I think Don't Press Tab will close this one out shortly. Sandblast going to be the first to fall as
he
he
got
takes the 1v1 versus
demolished by
Wish.
Wish.
It's absolutely denied. Here comes Toby Meister going for a bomb, and he's going to be behind instead. Waterston is dead. 2 AGB, an early stab out from the spy. Good play there. Wish is dead, as is AGB. So 2 down for either side, but Waterston is the bigger pick. So Don't Press Tab has the opportunity to work forward, and now Lenny finding Exile, Eerie, BM all down for MCM. First mid going in favor of Don't Press Tab.
Yeah, yet another mid fight goes to Don't Press Tab. They're looking really good on these Ashville mids. They're able to deny the aggressive plays of MCM and then make their own encounter. So definitely very good. For MCM, Rogue did not die on that mid, so they're going to have even Uber to contest with in just a second here. Same exact chain of events that has happened every round so far.
Yeah, looking in favor of Don't Press Tab early on here, as they continue to hold on to this point. The Uber is out, though, early from MCM, going for the exchange. Joey Lemons is the solo Uber for the blue team, and Don't Press Tab. Jumping out will be Sylvie Meister, trying to stay alive as Wish, chasing down as best he can. Won't find too much. Joey Lemons is dead. Waterston, Sylvie all dead on the other side of things. Some good damage in coming from the Pyro, as Johnny from Cali
Soldiering over the top, Jay finds his man.
Dying.
Finds his man, finds the medic of MCM. Rogue gonna go down there at the post Uber fight, and there Don't Press Tab are gonna secure themselves a big advantage both in time and in Uber. This is the most decisive round we've seen from them so far. MCM are gonna need to dig deep to come back from this one.
Yeah, MCM really need to try to make things happen early on. Losing Eerie early is not what you want. Lenny on a 3K now as it picks up that frag, opting instead to go for Shutter. Here comes Toby Measure jumping forward, can't find too much.
Yeah, Goomba.
Hyphen is stabbed! Oh, a crucial pick! Rogue right now staying alive about 60%. Hyphen just dropping the lol in chat as he is surprised by that. Now BM finding a couple more!
BM is going ham once again. His mojo's back. Carson running forward, trying to get a medic pick. He gets the exile instead, so don't man down, but that's exactly what MCM needed. They get the point and they get the medic too. Lenny gets some revenge for his team, takes down BM in the post. But yeah, either way, BM is popping off once again. That fight is on his shoulders entirely.
Yeah, despite the fight going in his favor, it's 110 and counting down on the clock for Don't Press Tab. Finally, it'll be 112. Jay gun down in the air. Sylvie Meister going for a jump in the same area. will escape with his life.
On
Now
the back,
Refresh coming
Sandblast
forward,
on
but the man
Hyphen.
is down. Hyphen is gunned down. Aaron and Sandblast combining for that frag as Aaron is able to find the final chip shots. 112 for Don't Press Tap, but now Wish dead on the other side of things. Can Rogue stay alive? Will be the question everyone is asking.
You gotta watch out for
this next
AGB.
fight.
AGB's going for it. Rogue's healing AGB. He found out. Good job. Okay, Rogue actually catches that spout just in time, keeps his Uber. AGB gets caught, unfortunate for her, but we'll be resetting here in just a second. Rogue, 100% Uber still. MCM, they're in the process of bringing this one back. They're still down about a minute in time, but they have this Uber ad still.
Uberad still, the question is, can Jay make something happen here? He's opting for this Bat's positioning early on, take some good damage, so has to back off, wait for the pack, or a medic arrow. Looks like he's going to find one or the other soon enough. Supreme Toad up on the high ground, trying to spam out some players. Here comes Jay, working his way forward, a headshot. He is
Rogue's in the
found
sight line.
right there.
Marty
there
gonna
goes
take the
Reed
hit
and
anyway.
Watson, both down for the red team here. MCM in trouble.
Yep, Jay gets that force, does a lot of damage to Exile, forces that Uber to come forward. Sandblast trying to chase onto Bats. BM gonna get the kill onto Carson and gonna help dealing with Adam. Sandblast chased a bit too far, they're gonna go down as AGB finds that stab onto Eerie in the back. We'll go down to the mini for her trouble. And there's the spy, BM on Lenny, trying to get the stab just a bit too far out. Not gonna get that one in time as Joey gonna get demolished by Exile at 1 HP. Joey's gonna strafe out. It's all about this post now. MCM still has control of the point. They're about to take into the time lead. We see Soapy bombing forward, picks off Joey right before he can get healed. That's a big play by Soapy.
Hyphen still has this whole Uber though. Johnny from Cali
server
in a bit of
lagging.
trouble and will have a pause, I will assume, based on the length of this potential lag. I'm going to call it a pause. And with Joey on literally 1 health, Hyphen has an opportunity here to either use and go forward or try to save that pyro and wait a little bit longer. But it's big ad here for Don't Press Tab.
Yeah, it looks like Don't Press Tab are going to go anyway. They just have to go without a demo man. They're going to pop onto Wish and like flash whoever else wants to go. They're going to have Wish just go in, try and force him off the point. I believe the time was very close to ticking into even when the pause hit. So we're going to be close here. If MCM, what they want is they want to force the Uber and not lose Rogue. If they can do that, they'll be in the ahead of the Uber leapfrog, and they'll be in position to take this round with their next use. But it all comes down to how this Uber goes for Don't Press Tab.
Yeah, it's going to be a... Oh, go ahead.
I say, if I'm MCM, I'm very happy if they choose to not wait for the demo man to Joey to respawn before they take this Uber in. Wish is nearby, but I mean, again, Johnny's almost dead, so he'd have to be like a near. Oh, we're on pause. We'll see what they do.
On pause is in.
Yeah, they're just gonna go on Wish, soloing him through. Wish gonna try to get as much damage as he
wanna-
can. Jay goes down over the top, and Wish unable to find anything so far. He's gonna get Eerie for his trouble in the end, but now it's about the recontest for MCM. They're funneling back in through ramp. That's kind of unusual. Lenny gonna go down in the backline. Exile will die to Joey Lemon's sticky bombs, and it does not pan out for them at all. That's why you don't re-push through ramp. And now MCM gonna be funneled back to spawn. Rogue did keep his life. Rogue on 80%. That is crucial for MCM's success here.
Yeah, MCM wanting to maintain that Uber ad as much as possible throughout the rest of this. Don't Press Tab, now in control of the point, going to likely be able to bring it down below that 60-second, below that 45-second mark, in fact. Hyphen has just faked the Uber call, trying to bait out some aggression from MCM perhaps. I think they now have full Uber. Watterson, no, just barely missing.
They're gonna
the
Uber, and
shot. Here
Hyphen
comes
is
Eerie
1
jumping in
HP.
with the Uber,
Exile
jumping
hits
down,
so
Eerie
much
down, Lenny
damage.
down.
Exile hits so much damage and force them all back onto ramp. They get kills, but Soapy and BM are going to drop. That means MCM are at a numbers dissad. They lose Sandblast as well. That's not good for MCM. They didn't get the medic pick they needed either, so now they're going to try and get the point, but they have a numbers dissad. They have spawners, sure, but the Uber is now out for Hyphen. They're going to look to pop across point here, save as many players as they can. The point is, the Uber's going to get used across point, chasing down Marty, going to end up getting the kill onto him. Rogue gets out, but that's not what MCM needed. They never got the point control.
Yeah, not having that point control is going to be very detrimental to MCM. The pause is found right about there. 5 seconds left on the clock for Don't Press Tab. Adam is dead right now. Here comes the bombing soldier going forward. Foe find a couple of frags.
Oh, Rogue's dead,
is
though.
dead though on the other side of things. Will they be able to cap this one out? Looks like it. There's
Jay
enough
gets
players
2 on
in-
the back. Exile and Watterson go down. It looks like they want to get spawners up. They need to get spawners up, otherwise they're not going to be able to recontest here. They get everyone up. They're 1 more second. They do get their spawners, but there's no heals. Exile, Eerie, and Sandblast are so low. They're going to get the Dispenser and the Sandwich, and they're going to cap up here. MCM are keeping the round alive for now, but Hyphen has the Uber ad. All Don't Press Tab need to do is build this Uber and go in.
Yeah, it's gonna be an overtime situation once again. Don't press tab, very often able to make it to that spot. Lenny is dead, no sniper now, HB, no pick classes at all for Don't Press Tab. So the side of the blue team needs to make something happen. BM looking for a stab onto Jay, will find it. 3 down early, 30 seconds left. Hyphen does have this full Uber now. It is about 30% ad, closing in though.
Johnny's dead.
Uber going forward, getting Exile, a big opening frag. They're chasing down this medic. They'll find Rogue. Now, an opportunity with 20 seconds left on the clock for MCM for Don't Press Tab to come back in an advantage here.
BM going for revolver shots. They need to get to the point now. Capture. It's a full wipe for Don't Press Tab. They're going to get this one captured up, and they will lead here 3-1 on Ashville. One more round is all Don't Press Tab need to secure the Invite Season 9 championship title.
Yeah, in a spot for a victory here for Don't Press Tab. They really want to take this. I can't... it looks like some players considering changing servers, but so far this mid-fight underway. But both teams really in a desperate situation, want to take this. Some good damage early by the side of the red team.
Early
Bombing Soldier coming forward is Soapy Meister.
Oh, Hyphen's won!
Damage, but he can't find Hyphen down to 20 health. That'll be the mid-fight unfolding, though. Take this away, Zagran.
More kills in the favor of Don't Press Tab right now. They've only lost their spy. Meanwhile, Aaron, Soapy, and Sandblast are dead. Jay, with his rebomb, gonna do a lot of pressure onto the enemy ramp here, and MCM will choose to just retreat with their tail between their legs. They're keeping as many players up as they can here. And Rogue gonna have about a 10% ad to build, but yet another mid. Every single mid so far has gone in favor of Don't Press Tab.
And it looks like we're in another pause just for a second there.
Stutter.
It doesn't really matter. Regardless, Don't Press Tab in a position of holding on to the point. Got Sandblast working his way forward, trying to take down Hyphen, who is very weak. Getting that Uber forced out. Good job by Hyphen now. Alright, excuse me. Good job by Sandblast. Now the aggression has
a much better Uber out
Tab.
for MCM. They're going to drop off bats, get whatever kills they can. Sandblast gets the kill onto Lenny on his exit. Hyphen going down as well. Sandblast chase pays off dividends. Now Waterston going to snipe down AGB, denying that spy backstab. Another server stutter here as we are going to be continuing the fight. It's very low numbers for both teams, but MCM, they're going to lose Rogue in the back end. Johnny burns him out with the detonator, and that will be the fight won by Don't Press Tab in the end.
Yeah, somehow able to hold on to that despite losing Hyphen early. There wasn't enough presence from Rogue in the team fight to keep their players sealed up, and now it'll be about even Ubers, just like 3% ad for Don't Press Tab. So MCM in a position where they could come forward if they want to take this try, and it looks like they want to. A couple of server issues will continue to happen. Don't take too much note of those. Soapy Meister is dead. HB on the other side of things. Here comes Shane going forward.
Oh, no, he's one off the crater.
Rogue is 1 health right now, down to 16 for the moment. Looking for a sandwich as Eerie desperately going back. Witch tries to feed in, but will do nothing but feed. And the heals are back for Rogue. Hyphen and Rogue.
BM gets one. Now... That's going to be 2.
Oh, they're going to win this.
Yep, MCM are getting the first capture of the round. They're down about 1 minute and 40 seconds here. They'll be able to hold this with their Uber ad, but they need to dig deep for this one. They cannot let this point get captured so easily. And for the side of Don't Press Tab, only 1:20 left. You need to be invite champions.
Yeah, searching for that gold medal placement and not finding too much on the side of MCM. Actually, here comes Soapy Meister. He's going to be jumping
AGB's
out.
in. AGB is going to look
Can
for a
he find
decloak.
anything? Uber out from the blue team.
They do pop instantly once the enemy. It's a return pop instantly. Both teams are trading. It looks like the Uber's better for the side of MCM. They're going to kite their opponents back towards the ramp. Watson and Aaron got killed by Wish. Wish had a good 2k there. On the backside, though, Sandblast gets 2 of his own, and they do a lot of damage. That said, Exile going to drop 2 with a snipe from Lenny. It's more numbers up for Don't Press Tab once again. The post just goes in their favor. AGB going to distract this heavy. Eerie going to get taken down as a result. Bomb does not find what he wants for Soapy Meister, and there's Don't Press Tab winning this one with all 9 players alive.
Yeah, continuing to hold on to the point. Excuse me, my mic fell again. But I'm still with you here. Waterston's looking for a play, trying to find a pick onto literally anyone here at this point. Has to rotate around, can't find the exact angle he wanted to take, as it's just a bit of a poke situation here. 60 seconds and counting down for Don't Press Tab, 2:05 for MCM. They need to make something happen with this full Uber approaching on the side of Don't Press Tab. Now at 90% for MCM. So who pops first will be the utmost question for this upcoming fight.
Don't Press Tab opt to take this aggressively to respond as a duo onto Sandblast and Exile. The Uber is better for them. They're going to walk forward and get some kills. Sandblast going deep into the shutter, and Hyphen gets sniped by Waterson on his back out. Adam and Lenny going to go down as well. AGB caught out on her decloak, and now we see point fighting coming through. It looks like Don't Press Tab, they lose their med. They're going to have to try and sack. Here's Jay going over the top, instantly taken down by a pipe from Exile. The rest of the players funnel in, but Soapy, big rocket, takes down 2, and that's exactly what MCM needed to stay in this. They full wipe Don't Press Tab, keep their medic, and get the clock. It's a 2-minute dis. They're going to go to their opponent's bats. They have to.
But it's not overtime, which is something we haven't seen. Normally when MCM is in this situation, it's overtime. Now they are not. They that soldier, Soapy Meister is posting up on those pipes. Bit of an interesting situation. I like what he's doing.
It's such a big pick for Jay. Now they can't sticky out the shutter. Wish peeks out and kills Sandblast from that same shutter. Now Joey Lemons is uncontested. Soapy doing his best to do damage. He gets 2 players super low. Can't secure a kill though. Wish gonna go down in the end as BM gets a stab onto Adam. No heavy means it's a lot harder to deny coming into them. It's close. Both teams have 7 players alive. As Rogue gets back, they do survive that dome going down. Jay, instant denied. Will keep his life thanks to Hyphen's beam. That said, Johnny gonna go down, Adam gonna go down, BM getting those stabs. And now it's a jumping on the top. It's a pyro on the medic. And there's Supreme Toad, Marty getting that medic pick. And now it's a free Uber for MCM if they want to use it, but they get to save it. That is so crucial.
Honestly, if MCM comes back and wins this round, making it 3-2, I will love it. I want to see this match go the distance as close as possible. 13 seconds on the clock for Don't Press Tab. Now sub 60 for MCM. They're down 2 right now on the quote defense as they hold on to this point. Don't Press Tab wants to come forward.
He's surfed into a sightline and dropped by Lenny. That's a key duo team up by Jay and Lenny. MCM need to do their best here to contest. Lenny gets another one onto Waterson. Reflect from the Pyros and keep that soldier off their medic. It's a frag fest coming across the point. Now we see Erie has to back up. He's so low. Gonna actually eat the sandwich and live. Keeps his life for now, but MCM are reeling after that one.
Reeling is probably the best word for it. We're sub 30 for both teams now. MCM will lose the cap to Don't Press Tab. 10 seconds on it. Will they be able to touch in time? Looks like they will be. HB is looking in the back line. Here comes the push coming forward. Gun is dead. Now Supreme Toad falling. Rogue trying to stay alive. Rogue comes down by a nice shot from Lenny. That will likely spell doom here for MCM. It's overtime, and Don't Press Tab will take home the championship in 3 maps, winning this one out on Cascade. Well done to them. What do you guys make of that?
That was super competitive. A couple key things just going in other people's favors changes that outcome completely. That drop where Jay jumped over, Rogue surfed it. He didn't take too much damage from the rocket, but unfortunately for him, Lenny was there on the prowl, hits the headshot on Rogue flying away from the rocket, drops Uber. Rogue doesn't even have a chance. If it's a quick body shot, then he can just pop, right, if he's low in the open, but it's a headshot. He has no chance to react, and MCM lose that round off that, and the championship slips away from them.
Absolutely. I will turn it over to Alto in a second, but before I do want to shout out all these players and everybody who subscribed tonight. Big shout out to you guys and everyone who watched. But Alto, take us through that last map. What happened to make MCM lose that? Don't Press Tab win that? And who was the difference maker?
Waterson, 17 points. Lenny, 45.
Very good analysis.
I mean, obviously it's a lot deeper than that, right? But I think that a lot of the MCM resurgence we saw after that first half of Swiftwater, while BM was contributing to that and might have been the forerunner, the fact that Waterson was keeping up with and arguably outsniping Lenny in a lot of scenarios was really giving them a lot to work off of. But in that last half, it just entirely flipped. Another thing too is looking at the logs in just those last 2 rounds. In just 2 rounds, Wish pulled out 23 kills. And Sandblast only had 10. So, big sniper difference, big scout difference. Demo diff actually went hard in MCM's favor, but 2 out of 3 means that that's still a win for Don't Press Tab.
Yeah, and the entire night, Sandblast was doing an amazing job. He outperforming Wish most of the time, and Wish coming alive right when Don't Press Tab needed it to deny any form of a comeback. So, as a team, Don't Press Tab, there was a lot of things that could have gone different. That was such a close Ashville game, but in the end, we have to just say that the better team ended up winning.
Yeah, I mean, well, first off as well, congrats to the Central Time Zone for making it to Tuesday with us.
Ooh,
it's a
pretty cool.
Yeah, a rare moment for Highlander, as not too often do you see games going this late. But I mean, actually, what one of the players put in chat right at the end was that the server lag at the end was a bad ending to a great series, and it was a great series. I mean, we went into
Terrific
this
series.
we went into this hoping MCM would be able to muster a fight, and I think they did a lot more than that. You know, we saw it was so perfect too, because Cascade didn't go too well, but we saw them starting to, you know, mount that comeback towards the end. First half of Swiftwater is a disaster, but they turn it around, take 2 in a row, come out 1-1, and then all of the rounds, even though those last 3 rounds all went in the favor of Don't Press Tab, they were just so close. And we got to see so many great plays from everyone in the server. And it really felt like both of those teams, you know, evolved a little bit throughout the course of that match. You know, MCM was playing so much better than when they had started, and it felt like Don't Press Tab had, you know, been feeling the pressure and really needed to kind of shape up. And it's just so cool seeing that, because so many, you know, grand finals, it feels like, don't even go into 3 maps, and they're, you know, kind of
one-sided, kind of, you can tell what's happening the entire time.
Yeah. But this wasn't. This became, after a 4-0, people were probably in chat thinking like, yeah, Don't Press Tab, they got it cleanly. And then MCM with a comeback 2-1, and then they make it competitive, and that's the key thing. They make it competitive on map number 3. Can't close it out. Congrats to Don't Press Tab, the #1 seed, continuing on to win it. But like that was probably the best Highlander Grands I've seen in a couple of seasons.
Yeah, it turned into a classic. Once again, congratulations, though, to Don't Press Tab. Complete their undefeated season. Single map dropped, which you saw tonight. They're going to be taking home that $1,000 first place prize. In addition, they're going to get those shiny first place medals and their names in Highlander history forever. I'm sure they're happy about that one.
Absolutely. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Alto if you have any shout outs, and then Zag, and then I will close things out.
I want to give a shout out first to just, you know, everyone that played in this finals, and really everyone in Invite for contributing to what was a pretty fun season overall. I want to give a shout out to the main team I played on this season. Shout out to Perma and all the boys from there. Shout out to all the boys at the New York meetup. Freelander, you're a bench. And shout out to you guys for, you know, doing the casts all season while I was living my dreams of playing Fire main.
Dreams. Yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out to RGL once again for hosting TF2. I know there's it may not be the most popular game, but still a very dedicated fan base we all have here. All of you are so fantastic for continuing to support this game. And speaking of supporting this game, one more time for the plug, we have the merch, exclamation point merch in chat. Able to look at those beautiful designs you have. We have shirts, posters, hoodies, whatever you could want there. Check those out. Really cool designs there. Feel free to buy one if you want to support the scene, support us, support Dolphin. Who wouldn't want to support Dolphin? I mean, look at him. He's so blubbery.
Who would not? Yeah, like, how dare you not want to support Dolphin as we
RGL
close
needs
things
money
out?
to swap out the water in his kiddie pool that he does production from.
Yeah, I need to change this water.
Yeah, support Dolphin by changing his water here. But also, if you want to follow along with everything that's happening, you know, you got your socials. You have Twitter and Discord. You can follow us on Twitter. Join the Discord for both pugs and just announcements in general. You can subscribe on YouTube. You could subscribe on Twitch if you wanted to support directly and financially the casters that you saw tonight and you see throughout the season, as well as Dolphin on production. And then if you want to do more direct financial support to the league, Patreon is a thing, as well as we've talked about it so many times tonight, this beautiful new merch. You can go and exclamation point merch in chat to just pick up such great designs. When do you see such clean and well-made TF2 designs on shirts, hoodies, and posters? You just don't anywhere else. So be sure to check those out. But with that, shout out to Dolphin, shout out to Alto and Zag for being 2 of the best Highlander casters known to man, and shout out to everybody in chat for sticking around through this. It's 1 a.m. It's time to go to bed. This has been Don't Press Tab versus Man Crush Monday, RGL Invite Highlander Season 9 Grand Finals. Don't Press Tab is able to take it to